And welcome back to another RSG Dungeons and Dragons adventure in Faerun. I am your host, Ranger J 1999. As I said, your DM. And welcome back to our Dungeons and Masters campaign in the Forgotten Realms of Faerun. Let's introduce everybody and their characters, and then we'll get a recap of what's been going on since we last left our adventurers and heroes last week. Finn, who are you playing as?
I am Oregon, a gnomish bard, and level 4.
Okay. Corinth, who are you playing as?
I'm playing as Valerian, the Genasi wizard.
All right. Grim, who are you playing as?
I'm playing Morngrim, aka Steve, the level 4 rogue.
That's wrong. And Concober, who are you playing as?
I'm playing as Brackler. I am an Asimar Scourge.
All right. And of course, I'll be doing some of the characters that you've heard already. One person will not be able to be here this week. John, you cannot be here for personal reasons. So, kind of work that into the storyline. And same for Pac-Man. He will not be here this week as well. So that being said, real quick, if you haven't already, give us a thumbs up, leave comments. We love feedback about our D&D campaign. Also, if you haven't, subscribe. If you're watching this, you like the content that we're putting out, so please feel free to do that. And then last, if you haven't checked out our Patreon page, please do. If you like the content and want us to keep supporting it, by all means, go ahead and check out our Patreon. We got it set up really nicely. We have a Discord full of gamers and different games. So feel free to come join that as well. All those links can be found below. Correct, Finn? Finn, you're unmuted.
I have to unmute myself. Yes. Yeah, I'm muting myself. Yes. The links are in the description. Right. I think, anyways. I'm checking right now. Actually, our Patreon and stuff isn't. It's just our channel stuff. So I'll add that in here.
Bastard. Failed me for the last time, Finn. All right.
For the first time. For the last time.
The last and first Lone Star. Okay, now that being said, the first thing before we get into the campaign, I'm going to give a quick recap. Everybody hit level 5. Yay!
What the hell?
I told you that I told you that last time, Finn. You knew that.
I must have left because I had to leave quickly after the last one.
So.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah. So, everybody is now level 5. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and everybody just do a quick, it's real easy. Level 5, go ahead and do your Constitution. It really should be Constitution, maybe pick up an ability or something, but nothing major. And you can add that if you have a question real quick. I can tell you, go ahead and roll your Constitution. Or you can just take the basic one and add your Constitution modifier, however you want to do for your hit points. Finn,
I'm going to take a 5 on my D8 roll.
Okay. You want to just take the number, then go ahead. Everybody work on your sheets real quick. Make sure you're level 5.
I'm trying to pull my notes.
I should be good to go.
Slow.
Okay. Yeah, I have to check to make sure if I'm getting any spells or something. But that we have to do it the next day anyway, so I have a little bit of time on that.
Right. You should get your hit points and stuff.
Your proficiency bonus goes up. That's one of the main things.
It'll automatically update. If you update your character sheet and roll 20, it should automatically do your proficiency bonus. The only thing you have to do is your hit points. And if you get a spell or something, you can add that just to your spell list. Everybody good to go on that? Any problems?
I'm ready.
I'm going to try to roll the D8 and see what I get.
All right, go for it.
Oh, God. May the power be with you.
So it's D8.
Then you add your Constitution modifier. Unless you have something.
Plus 1.
So, did you? What feat did you pick, Grim? Did you get one that increases your Constitution at all?
No, I didn't.
All right, so just roll and see what happens.
Unless we get a feat with this. level
No,
up,
you do
but
not.
I doubt that.
You're not getting feats for a while, guys. I can just tell you that right now.
I know you're on my team.
Gamble this
I know
time,
you're
but
on my team and all, but still.
Oh man, that's no good.
Grim,
Oh, but it makes for a funny stream.
Grim is...
can I use luck?
No, you may not. Alright.
Ooh, I get level 3 spells now. Okay, so I have to pick spells and stuff too.
Yeah, take a couple minutes. We're doing that. So we're doing this first.
I can do that while we're playing, because I don't know how you do it. Are we able to get spells right now, or we have to wait until we sleep and then we can get our
Well, you have to
spells
recover, right? You have to. We'll say once, if you want. But I mean, think about.
We have time. I'll figure it out.
Anybody else unsure about what's going on with their sheets, real quick? Going once, going twice.
What's going on?
Everybody's good on their sheets.
I just have to add one thing to my sheet, and then I'm good to go.
Anybody else? Let's call.
No, I'm good. I'm waiting on mine to load. I'm good. I'll roll with it.
Yep, I'm good too.
Finn, let me know when Andrew pops in. I should see him, but sometimes Scott can be jacked up. So let's get some music. Let's create the atmosphere. Why is this not...
Oh,
right.
by the way, Ranger, something we figured out. So if you go into the little settings icon and turn down your master music volume, that'll make it so that the background music doesn't get super loud every time. So I don't know if you want to turn it down. I think usually like 20-25% is usually a good one, and then I think they'll be able to hear it and not be louder than your voice.
I don't hear anything now.
You can turn it up to the point where you just hear it. But I know sometimes it gets loud on the stream for people.
I turned it down a little bit. Alright, so when we last left our party, they had gone on a mission for the mistress previously, trying to infiltrate her organization. They have not met with her, but they met with Armwell, looking to see if they could find work and kind of wiggle their way in. So he sent them on through the Underdark to where they were looking for a caravan and some folks that they had a direct path on, and they did find him, but when they did, they were attacked by Umber Hulks, and the party was successful with some luck on their side. Some really lucky rolls. They were able to overcome their adversary, and we left off at that point. So that being said, you guys have just killed the Umber Hulks. What would you guys like to do?
Hey, Morngrim, you said you found 5 of those bags of holding?
Yeah, I'm guessing the rest of them are on the corpses around here. And also, Danes asked, where is her invite to the stream?
Huh?
Dane has a character? I can add her.
She's... What? We rolled one, but we hadn't really done anything. It's not a complete character. I didn't know she was joining us.
Well, she can listen in.
Yeah, she can listen in.
I added her to the call. Yeah. I didn't know she had a character yet. That's why she wasn't.
Well, we rolled like a level 1, character just for fun for her, so she could have fun.
Oh, right. And for the record, Ranger, I just want to say people were asking for D&D last night.
No, they weren't.
I mean, tongue in cheek, but they were asking for it.
Yeah.
It was very sarcastic, but it was asked.
Let me kiss my ass. All right.
Hello?
Hi, Lady Undane.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Lady Undane. We're playing D&D. Can we help you?
I don't know. Can I help you?
No, you don't have your character done. You say you could be consistent with it. Damn it, Lady on Dane, if you want.
If you wanted my character to be done, why weren't you helping me get it done?
We did get most of it done. We just didn't do the level 5 stuff and some other things because you said you couldn't really commit to it. But we're glad to have you here.
That kind of sassiness is what gets you blue bolted by a DM.
Well, you know, but I am the dungeon master, so Lady on Dane's character, even though not fully formed, has been destroyed.
Has been destroyed? What?
Time to roll a new character.
Stranger.
Time to roll another character, Lady on Dane.
Be nice, Red
I'll be right back.
Oh, snap.
All right.
Hold on.
All right. Is there something you're going to want to consistent?
Oh my God, he's wearing a hat.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
It's me.
See, this is what
My
Lady
hat.
on Dane never says that
Hold on, I
she's...
can't
Oh my God. It's like I'm herding a bunch of children around.
So Morngrim, you found all the bags of holding, right? We seem to have some voices coming off in the distance. We better start getting out of here.
A ghost lady appears out of nowhere.
I hope you're not referring to me.
Yes, that would be you.
Of course not. Of course not, phantom voice that's talking in the middle of our cave. Where is the voice coming from? I know not.
All right. Let's get back into the story, goddammit. All right, so...
You know what? Whatever. I'm going to hang up then.
No, lady on...
Listen in tonight.
Yeah, you get a sense of the game and how we play it and stuff, because you had a lot of questions about the game, so this would be a perfect time for you to kind of learn and stuff. And if you have a question, Lady on Dane, ask. Cool?
Cool. Okay.
And then we'll finish your character up, and then I can get you into the campaign. But this will be a good way for you to learn to see how the game works and stuff like that. All right.
Well, we haven't talked for like a week. I have no idea where I stand. I have no idea what's going on.
Right. Well, I didn't know if you were going to be on or not. We have to plan that ahead of time, and then I can kind of work with you on your backstory and stuff.
I should be there.
Huh?
I said I would be there.
Hey Morngrim, these voices are scaring me.
Listen.
Back to the story.
The two gods are talking, children. Be quiet. Trying to get Lady on Dane Scott squared away. The heavens have erupted in lightning and fire.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you saw my angry face.
But yeah, we'll get you squared away. We'll get you squared away later.
Okay. All right.
So
awesome.
I didn't know, and I just got back in the town like 45 minutes ago. All right. So back to is Grim there? He's not responding to you, Finn.
Yeah, I'm back now. I'm sorry about that.
All right. Go ahead. And
my phone was ringing.
He was captivated by the voices.
Ask your. So we're now back into the session. Just kill the Umber Hawks. Begin.
Let's search these corpses for more bags of holding. I think we have the reason why these people were killed. So I think we can return, and because last time this is how long it took before they sent out another mission, and I don't want to miss out on any gold because they sent out another mission.
Hey, Oregon. Let's go check the one over here. You guys check these. That's what I'm saying to the other guys.
Yeah, we have to check all of them first.
Me, we're gonna check over here.
You do. Okay. You did find Morgan from last session. You did find on one of the corpses 5 bags of holding.
Yeah, it's on the one that I found him on was this dude up here.
So we checked the other corpses.
Who's checking? Who's checking the corpses? I need to know.
3 of us can check one, 3 of us can check another, something like that.
The one person can check, not 3 people at once. So either who's checking the corpses? I need to know.
This is a what role? This is a investigation.
Right. Just say who it is.
I'll sit
Grim,
back
what's
as
your
money is
investigation?
not my goal.
Oh, okay. So it's not Chrome. I'll do 1, and I'll prepare to do lucky on mine, just so you know.
No, I'll assist that.
Right,
okay.
So you go to the first corpse. So Oregon and Morgan go check the first of the 2 corpses that have not been checked yet. Go ahead and roll, Finn.
So the assist means that I get advantage?
Yes.
Or how does the assist work? Okay, so then potentially I can do 3 rolls, right, if I use my lucky?
You didn't check these other 2 bodies the last time. You didn't have time, right, Morgan?
Yeah, I only checked the
previous one. Okay, go ahead and roll.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll again for sure. I'll keep that one. I won't use lucky. So total 20.
All right. So you find some. You find 4 gold and 3 silver. No bags of holding.
Okay. And then check the other one. Cave is echoey with voice of Russian.
I shall assist as well.
Voice of Russian?
Yeah, but you're not muted, so we're hearing everything that's going on in the background.
I'm gonna use lucky. Okay, 18 total,
Right.
and I use.
Well, I don't need to talk, so I will mute myself.
All right.
Okay, so 18 total.
18 total. You find 5 gold and 3 silver, 4 copper, but no bags of holding.
How many bags of holding were there supposed to be? 20 of them?
10.
10? So we're missing 5.
McCarbin, what do you think? Do you think Armwell will be satisfied if we bring 5 of the 10 and the reason why these corpses were killed?
Well, if I'm not mistaken, and I know very few of the times am I mistaken, we are not here to find the bags of holding. It was like, hey, if you can find them, great, but no biggie. It was.
He's reading my mind here.
It's more about making sure that we find out what was going on and take care of the problem.
And
so, in other words,
does this constitute taking care of the problem?
Bags of holding, I have no idea where they went.
I wouldn't do that. That dude is scary.
And you may have magical means of tracking him once we get out of the Underdark.
I think you're too paranoid. We found the problem. We eliminated it. Hey, what more do you need?
No. I'm fine with that. But I don't want to pretend like we didn't find the bags of holding.
Oh, no. We do
I don't think that's it.
No, we don't do that.
No. Plus, he's already giving us 50 gold per bag of holding anyways. We already negotiated that. So, the question is, does this constitute taking care of the problem? Because we figured out what the problem is.
We took care of them. We killed them. We found who did this. I don't see what the problem is.
Are there more?
They usually travel in packs of 2 or 3. It looks like we got them. I mean, Umberhawks are wild creatures. I don't know them that well, but I'm sure if there were more, they would have popped up, and we would have been in more trouble than we could have been able to handle.
Quick question, Ranger, out of character. Can you refresh my memory? How big was the party that we were searching for?
It was 3, and they had been searched for the two people that had gone missing.
There was a couple smugglers at the beginning that went missing, followed by a 3-man party, a fighter, a tracker, and a cleric that were sent afterwards and couldn't get messages. So a total of 5 people, 2 initial smugglers, and then the 3.
Do these fit the descriptions that they gave us? These 3 corpses?
Make an intelligence check.
Don't roll a 1 again.
I will use my freaking luck on this one.
No, you will not, because intelligence has nothing to do with luck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, shit. On a 14.
Okay, yeah, you can tell that the 3 that you found were the 3 that had. You could tell by just the way they're dressed from the description he gave you. This is the fighter, the cleric, and stuff. These are the people that were sent here to find the lost caravan. So obviously they found something, but it looks like they were attacked.
Okay, well then I guess our business is done. We should probably, unless you guys want to search for the 2 that went missing.
That's what I'm wondering. I want to make sure our task is complete.
Give them the 5 bags of holding, come back in, and get the other 5 bags if they're on the other 2 people for ourselves.
I'd rather not come back to the Underdark.
I agree.
I really have to.
I would say that's why we should probably leave soon, too. Let's get out of the Underdark before something worse than Umber Hulks appear.
All right, yeah, what are we doing?
I think we're going to run away.
All right. So let's...
Yeah. Hey, Oregon, I'm kind of curious as to what's in these bags.
I am too.
Can I make an Arcana check about what I know about bags holding?
Yeah, you can actually.
Because remember, they said that the cargo was unimportant.
23.
They just want to find.
So you know the bags of holding, basically it's a dimensional portal. Basically, you can put stuff in. The way it works is if you reach into an item, you have to imagine, like, say you want a sword. Sword comes out, right? Or swords. If they're in there, that's how it works, right? You have to think about it, then it appears. You do know if you can destroy a bag of holding permanently if you rip it, like the material. That's why they're made out of really sturdy material. Because if you break it, then you've broken it completely. If you flip it inside out, all the contents that are in that bag of holding will spill out, and it still works. That's how bags of holding work.
Okay. I'll relay that information to the group and just say those things, and I'm imagining we shouldn't put the bags inside of each other. That's probably why they were kept separate.
You know
for
that
a
if
reason.
you do that, they will destroy each other, and you will create a portal to one of the outer realms.
Oh, great. There you go.
Not good.
Okay. Well, we're not putting them inside of each other. Can we figure out what's inside of them?
I mean, in theory, we could just upchuck it, empty it out, and have everything come out, but who knows what all is in them. I would say
I would advise against this because we don't know what it's in there.
Yeah, it could be,
out of sight, out of mind, anyone?
Okay. Curiosity is there, but I won't. I will not.
All right. So.
Sounds good.
But the button is so red and shiny. And it says press me.
So, you guys gather your things. Who is taking point?
McCarbin was in front with Graham, right?
And I, just to make sure that we don't accidentally trip something that we might have missed on the way in.
All right, make a survival check.
Survival, okay.
Be right back.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
You don't have survival? Add your wisdom score to that modifier.
I did.
You have a 0?
Yeah.
Luckily, McCarvin's here, and he does have it, and he's able to get you back on the right direction for the time being of where you went back. And he's from the Underdark. He kind of knows, what to look for, things of that nature. You guys get back. Nothing really happens. Nothing really transpires. You guys set up camp for the night. You guys set up for your watch. Who's taking the first 2 watches? Or who's doing the first watch?
How are we handling Johnny and Pac-Man?
I'll play them as they are, but really, they're just.
Because I think I took the 3rd watch.
Doesn't mean it could be any.
McCarbin.
It could be who needs more rest. You guys have to figure that out. Who's taking? It doesn't have to be the same shift unless you guys want to do that, but it could be different.
I think it makes it easier if we just keep it the same shift.
Who was the first?
We can change it if need be, but. First shift was...
Because you guys have been traveling for hours. You're a little tired. You just had a big battle. You're a little scraped up, banged up. You do need to get some rest.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think the 3rd shift was McCarbin and Corinth. The 4th shift was McCarbin and Oregon.
Right.
I don't remember. I think the other 2...
I took the second shift, if I remember correctly.
All right, let's just say for the first shift, Sidel... And
I think Sidel and the cleric were together.
Yusef. So
Yusef. Yeah, I think it was them.
All right, nothing happens on their shift. Second shift is who?
Second shift would have been Grim and Rorgaris then.
Rorgaris and Grim.
Mm-hmm.
And Rorgaris is not here. Go ahead and roll.
We didn't talk.
Roll a perception check. Grim.
Okay, perception.
My alarm,
14.
My alarm spell's up. Don't forget.
Right. You put your alarm. Make sure you say that, because if you don't say that, I'm gonna assume that you don't do that. So.
Okay. I'll try and make sure I say it every time, because I'm gonna make sure I do it every time.
Nothing transpires on your shift. Who was the third shift?
McCarbin and Corinth.
Was Corinth? Okay.
No, it was Valron, because he was the one that was talking right before I came onto the shift.
Okay.
All right, roll a perception check, Valron.
Yeah, so 3. So basically a natural 1.
Yeah. Nothing happens on your shift. I'm rolling, but it's not happening today. Nothing's happening. All right. Oregon. You go past a Valron who goes back to sleeping and stuff.
Natural 1 too.
So you come up and you're just being noisy and just being a little turd, and McCarver's kind of giving you this dirty look like, hey, do you want another Umberhawk to come up here and eat your ass?
No.
So he starts, you guys are having chit chat, and all of a sudden you see McCarvin freeze. He motions to you to be quiet. He kind of whispers to you, do not move a muscle. He starts looking slowly around. He's like, 5 on the right, 6 on the left. They are not flanking us, surrounding us, but they have moved into a defensive position.
What has moved into a defensive position?
Well, humanoids, but if my guess and eyesight are as good as theirs, I would say they are drow.
Yeah, crap.
Do not move from this spot. I'll be right back. And you see him do his thing, his ability, he zips out and just disappears. You don't hear anything, right? Make a perception check again, Finn.
Watch him go all Chuck Norris on the groups.
12.
Alright, you don't see anything, because it is a dark... I mean, you do have low-light vision, but you don't have...
I have dark vision.
You have dark vision, but you're not seeing anything. All of a sudden you hear... just like a ruffling sound. And then, in your eyes, you see McCarver walking back with another drow. And he puts up his hands like it's okay. And he comes up, and you see this weirdly colored drow dressed in like... He looks like a pirate, sorta. He's wearing a very big floppy hat, kind of like you do, Finn, with a big poofy feather in it and stuff. He has an eye patch over his left eye, and he comes up, walking up there. He's like, "Oh, my friend Oregon, do not worry. I was not sure, but we are all right. They are a good drow. We are okay."
Okay.
My little friend, allow me to introduce you to Jaraxel, my boss.
What's it now?
Jaraxel. And he kind of bends. He takes off his hat and you see that he's completely bald. It's like, hello there, my friend.
Hello.
Well,
And I kind of wave.
Well, you guys have been busy, he says. And Mark Cavern's like, indeed, old man. We have been strange things to see Umberhawks this far up. He's like, yes, indeed. We've come to suspect something, but we were investigating because my trade is just as important as anybody else's. He kind of flashes a smile, and he says, I would like to talk to your group. I need some help with something, and if you guys don't mind, I would like to talk to everybody. And McCarver was like, yeah, it's fine. We'll get about to wake everybody up, if it's cool. Yes, with you, Oregon?
Question, how long has it been into our shift?
It's been most of the shift. It's about the end of it. It's time to start waking folks up.
Okay. Then yeah.
Okay, so you go over and
cool.
Start waking everybody up. All right.
Did I recover any hit points?
Yeah, everybody's got all their spells back. You guys had a full rest, so you have all your spells back and stuff.
Awesome.
Now, as you guys wake up, you see, as Orgon's poking you guys awake and stuff, you see standing in kind of in the middle of all you guys, you see McCarvin, and then you see another drow.
It's a friend. It's a friend. It's a friend. It's a friend of McCarvin. His name is Jaraxel, and he wants to talk to us, and he has no hair.
Can we make a history check to see if we recognize that name?
Yes, you can.
I'll look at him and go, you're awfully interestingly dressed for a drow.
Well, I'm just interesting dressed as anyone would be. Be prepared, I always say, but you look your best. Hey, Quarant, you rolled a 14. You've heard the name Jaraxel before. You know he's associated with a group of drow called Brigandi Earth. That's all you really know.
Okay.
You don't really have. You've heard of them, but you don't know anything else. It's just from in elven circles, they're known. That's how you kind of have an idea about who they are. I mean, there's been some writings that you've looked at, some notes and things that you've heard their name mentioned before, but that's about it. You don't really know. You know that they're not good, or they are who they are, but they're not bad. They're not evil per se.
Okay, sounds good.
So he's like, well, good morning, my friends. I am Jaraxel, of course. We've all been introduced, yes. And McCarver's just kind of sitting there behind him, looking kind of sheet and bored, like, oh, Jesus, kind of look. I have a proposition. My subordinate here, McCarvin, works for you guys. And, well, I need a favor. I need a strong paladin. And in return, I will trade you someone that you can use in this time being to, well, let's just say, help you with your endeavors for a while.
He's all yours.
Sidel kind of looks at you like, you can kiss my ass. He kind of looks like, he stands forward, he's like, what is this mission?
Well, what's in it for us?
Oh, of course, I like the gnome. He looks at McCarvin and hey, you're right, he is a greedy little bugger. Nothing other than I trade. You give me someone, I give you someone. It's a good trade.
Well, we don't know who this other person is.
Well, let me introduce you. He makes a notion, and Tills, if you want to describe your character as she moves forward.
Well, hello there.
Describe what she looks like.
My name
General
is
Kenobi.
My name is Silsatra Morningwood. I am a level 5.
No, you don't like. Sorry, like.
I'm Wood Elf Druid.
Should I just post
female?
a picture?
Sure. Oh, there's the picture. Wearing brown leathers and animal pelts. Carrying a scimitar. Long brown braided hair.
Where's the picture?
I just hit show to players, so you guys should see.
Oh, on the stream?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wait for it to show up on the stream.
Well,
yeah, you can continue describing. I still don't see it, but...
Alright, let me see if I can find the photo. Give me a second here. Let's see, I need... Give me a second. Oh, okay, I
hey, Grim, can you make a charisma check to see if you're attracted to Teals' character?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, hold on. Let me see the picture first.
I'd put it in the D&D game section.
Then
if I can make it big enough, I'll do it here in a second. It's not letting me explain.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Alright, that's a picture of what Teal's character looks like.
Okay.
How you doing?
Do you respond to that,
Okay.
Teals?
I'm doing quite well. When's the last time you showered, though? You smell like cave and troll.
He's not as bad as he smells.
Alright, so you have a picture of what Teal's character looks like. So, I need to bother a paladin. We have some work we need to get done. So, Sadell, it'll be fighting undead. Sadell kind of, when he hears undead, he's like, yeah, you said the magic word, undead. He's like, I don't need me to leave you guys, but I do have a calling to destroy the scourge of the world of undead. Well, we can do this. It's like, I'll go with these guys. McGarvin seems to think they're cool enough, and I will go with them. And he kind of looks at Drax. Oh no, you will come back. It's going to be for a little bit, but we will bring you. You will be no problem. He looks at you guys like, cool.
McCarbin, will there be any issues with us changing groups with, him, person?
Of course I know him. I've known him all my life.
No, with the other person.
Oh, I don't know who that is, but I don't know this person. I've never met him before, but if John Axel says that they're alright, I say they're alright.
No!
You're a strange one. What do you mean? Speak your words correctly.
The person we're returning to.
Oh, you're asking John Axel if he knows.
I walk over to the new person and say, "Hi, my name's Steve."
To who?
I'm asking McCarbin. So this is to McCarbin.
To Teal's
do you
character.
think it's okay if we come back with a different person than we left with the the guy that we're going back to? And I'm kind of pointing down the way we came.
He's like, well, typically these kind of people, they just want the job done. They don't really care how it gets done and who dies and anything like that.
Okay. As long as it's cool, I'm cool.
All right. So
is it possible that Jaraxel and his company may have things for trade?
I don't know. Ask him.
I was asking our what's the character? Our leader,
McCarvin.
our drow. Yeah, McCarvin. There you go. I was asking.
Hold on. I'm not the leader here. Let's get one thing said. I fight, and that's it. I do not lead. All right.
Oh no! I you know more about them. Like, do they have things that they trade or sell?
That's not what they trade in. They're for profit.
I kind of whisper loudly. They just traded a person.
Okay. Well.
I think we got better of the deal.
Tadell gives you a look like, really?
I kind of go over to Sadell. Margrim is horny all the time.
Draxel says, so does this work for both parties? We're kind of in a pinch. I just happened to be checking in on my friend, saw that there is a paladin he's been kind of going around with, and I thought it'd be good.
Well, Sadell seems happy. That's good enough for me.
Alright, so Sadell goes off with them, and you now have your new compatriot with you. Alright. Alright, so you guys move out again?
So you, woman, elf, person, what's it? Silsatra.
Silsatra.
Right? Silsatra. What are you looking to accomplish with us?
Well, I've pretty much spent my whole life out here in these woods, and I've really just needed to... I've been sequestered, and I want to be out. I want to utilize for the good of my people in the forest and out in the life, use my abilities that I've trained with for the last 50 years.
But But you're in the Underdark. What forest?
I'm a little lost at the moment.
Apparently. Wait, McCarbon, can we trade again? We have a lost druid.
Hey, you agree to the trade. You cannot no take backsies. Is that how you say it?
Damn it. We should ask for some gold. We have a lost druid now instead of a capable pal.
You know, you ask really dumb questions, Oregon. My friend Druid, I'm assuming you're from the above ground, yes?
Yes.
I'm assuming you are looking to see the world and do good?
Exactly.
Somehow Jaraxel came across across you and asked you to join him in some kind of financial adventure, so you kind of win-win for you both?
Yes, he found me a few weeks ago, and we've become quite good friends since.
Well, I don't know about all that, but basically it was a business relationship. You get something, he gets something, you know, that kind of thing.
Well, that's not what he said the other night.
No, out of character. That would never happen, Tails.
Okay.
Sorry. You're a funny one. Now, you see, Oregon, that is how you acquire to know someone. You go to them, you talk to them, you ask the right questions. You stutter too much, my friend.
I'm just trying to figure out who got the better end of the trade here.
Well, I don't know.
We have a druid from the forest that's in the Underdark trying to do things in a forest while surrounded by rock.
Well, let's see here. We start out with no boobs, and now we have boobs. I think we got the better part of the deal.
This is not helping. More, God. Oh my God.
He was not joking when he said you're a very horny, sad man. Was I not to say this out loud? I apologize.
Oh no, I said it too. He's very, very horny. He looks all the time.
McCarvin kind of looks at your character as you guys are walking, and he looks at you, Chrome. He's like, you know, you don't talk very much.
So you deny my abilities?
No,
you just assume that I'm no help?
Roderick, is that your name? The fighter bow person?
No, Brackler.
Brackler.
No, I'm just sitting and observing the little bit of chaos that's going on inside my group from afar.
Do you have any problem with a Druid joining the party?
I have no problem with it joining
I don't
at
either.
all.
I don't know what they're bitching about. It's like a bunch of women. No offense to you.
Grim seems to really like it. Everyone else
but
is so-so.
they whine like small. They whine like women in a sewing circle. It's ridiculous.
We gave up a friend. It had nothing to do with just a trade.
He made his own choice. There was no forcing of this. He said he.
I know.
You know, you got something in return. I do not understand why you.
I know, but now Morgrim's gonna be horny all the time,
look,
and there's a female in the group.
Oh God! McCarvin just walks off and ignores you guys. He's like, you are a sad people.
Yeah, we're gonna attract half of the Underdark that we haven't attracted already soon.
Just side note from the DM's mind, McCarvin's sitting there if he can lose you guys somehow and just find peace and quiet finally.
I'm like wandering behind McCarvin, so the farther he goes away, the louder my voice goes, just for reference.
He actually stops and looks at you like, are you crazy?
Well, don't start running ahead then. We're having a conversation.
I'm tracking our way back.
Okay. I'm right behind you.
If you are going to make noise, I will tie you to a rock and let whatever is here come have you. You can make all the noise you want, and when some illid or something like that comes and eats your brain, no one will know.
Well,
or you could be
will know.
Or you could be a little bit more quiet. Yes?
But don't run ahead.
It's my job. I am the scout. I'm not leaving you behind, you knucklehead.
Okay.
Or the head of knuckle. I do not know these terms.
No, knucklehead is correct.
Alright.
The head of the knuckle is the actual knuckle.
Alright, so we'll go forward. So you guys go forward. You guys are allowed to talk. Before you guys get to your next day camp. Let's just say for purposes, the rest of your travel goes without a hitch. You get back to that place where, you know, McCarvin's able to get you there. He's rolled really well. I don't know what it is with McCarvin. I've rolled a 19, a 19, and a 19. I ain't making that up.
It works for me.
Because he does have survival, and since none of you seem to have it, but he does get you back there. You get back to the underpassage, back into the warehouse. Let's say, for time purposes, you guys get to it's. It took you 3 days to
we
get
had like
there.
a couple more nights, right?
Yeah, nothing really happens. You guys.
Well, I just want to make sure because I would use my cure light wounds on myself because you only recover your constitution overnight, right? So
a full rest you can get. You guys will rest for a couple
days. I thought
days.
it was just your constitution.
Yeah, no, it's
more than that.
It's more than that, right? So a full rest, you get all your spells back, you get your hit points back, stuff like that.
Do you get all your hit points back?
Yeah, full rest does that.
Oh, okay. Okay. If I get all my hit points back, then
yeah. Short rest is different because you're just using, like, if you take like a quick hour rest, you can only roll your hit dice. Whatever you roll, like the number of dice you have, is how many hit points you get back. And you only get certain spells that are allowed for short rest. So that's just an off note. Okay? So you guys get back. It's been roughly... it's the 7th. It's been a week. Go ahead, Grim.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I must be lagging or something.
Okay. Did you want to say something?
Oh, I was going to say it just dawned on me that I bet you the other 5 bags of holdings were in the stomachs of those 2 Umber Hulks that got disintegrated.
Maybe.
It's entirely possible.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyways, sorry for interrupting.
No, you're totally fine. So you guys make it back, no problem. No problem whatsoever. It's dawn of the 7th day. You guys have returned victorious. What do you guys do? You're now outside the city of Arabelle. It's morning. You guys have come back to the city. What do you guys do?
I want to look for an inn to rest.
I'd rather turn all this stuff in first.
Yeah, I think we should turn the stuff in. And Finn, you went all white. Your camera went all white on the stream.
No, that's because of me. Don't give me a second. I'm trying to do some stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Should we go back to McCarbon? Do you think it's better to go find him at an inn, or let's go back to the warehouse because we know that that's where they were setting up their camp and stuff?
Make a intelligence check, Finn.
He said meet at the warehouse afterwards, right? I'm checking for me. Total 20.
Yeah, you remember that when you guys get to the warehouse, that there will be someone there waiting for you. And sure enough, as you guys are sitting there kind of getting coordinated and stuff and back into where your surroundings, you haven't seen daylight in over a week, so it takes you guys, as you walk out the building, it takes you a minute or two to your eyes adjust, especially for you guys wearing those goggles. It takes you guys actually, the light hurts. You see McCarver wrap the sash around his eyes again, put on his little hat, which looks like one of those Oriental hats and stuff. But he puts his sash on before you guys go out because it looks like sunlight hurts him too. So you guys are sitting there adjusting, and then you didn't see them because the sun is so, you're not used to the sun again. One of those ladies that you see previously is there. And she comes up to you guys, and she says, "Is the task completed?"
Indeed. And I kind of poke at Morgan. Give her the bags. Give him the bags. Give him the bags.
She puts up a hand and is like, "No, we don't do this here. We will go to where our mutual friend is." Fair enough.
Okay.
If you will follow me, gentlemen, I will. And lady, she kind of looks confused.
She's with us. She's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she does.
She's cool.
She's confused, but she's not quite peaceful. Like something's off, but she kind of shakes her head like...
We make friends a lot.
Transmutation spell on the paladin. Long story.
Wrong. Roll deception check on that, Grim.
I will use luck on this one.
You will not.
Modified 20.
That'll work. She believes you. She really believes you. So you guys go. She kind of leads you a different direction, not the same direction that you guys remember. Through the gates and back into Arabelle. You guys go back to the inn that you previously knew about. I gotta pull it up here because my brain just went completely. Yeah. Where's the serpent? I just lost it. Give me a second. The bent bow. And you go in that same room previously. You guys go in, same thing. You see adventurers. There's noises. There's people. Looking for work. You see a lot of adventurers and stuff like that. And it looks like typical business day there in the Bent Bow as people are doing their stuff. And you guys go to the same room. You see Armwell sitting there with the other lady that you've previously seen, just kind of standing there. He's just looking through a book and has some wine in front of him. And he sees you guys come in. He's like, well. So far, you guys are 2 for 2. I hope. Please come in. So, you guys go in?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys will go all in. You guys sit around the table, and it's like, well, the door shuts behind you. It's like,
I pull my pack off my back, and I pull out the bags of holding and sit them on the table.
A bonus. I see you found some of our lost merchandise.
We did.
And I believe that it was 5 gold a bag?
50.
Of course, 50. So, before I pay you, can we say that the routes are safe?
They are. We cleared the Umber Hulks and found the bodies.
You guys are.
Yes.
I'm not sure if Umber Hulks were, entirely to blame, so I wouldn't necessarily think it's completely safe now. There may be something else besides Umber Hulks, right?
He looks at you and says, "What do you mean by that?"
Don't they just roam in packs throughout the Underdark and they're not intelligent?
He thinks about it like, I'm not familiar with the Umber Hulks like that, but I mean, does your investigation of this matter say that there's more at work here than you previously said?
Just looking at the situation, it seemed that circumstance could easily happen just by itself, but it had seemed like you had sent other people in to look for it and stuff like that, so I was just seeing if there might have been a possibility. I don't know much about Umber Hulks either, so that's why I said it.
Well, our guess is it probably was the thing. We found the bodies of your fighter cleric and the 3, and they looked like they were torn apart by beasts, and the closest thing, those big bugs probably did it.
It's unfortunate, but these things happen for mercenary adventures. Well, looks like their loss is your gain. So, on top of the 250 gold, I owe you each another 100 each.
I look at Oregon.
Question. How many... I have to count the people. So who do we have with us? I know Pac-Man's character is gone, but Johnny's is still with us, right?
You still get paid his gold amount. You can hold on to it for him, Finn, if you want to. So it's originally for 8 people.
Okay. And now we have 7.
Well, no. Well, Sidel's gone, but you picked up...
Yeah, but we didn't discuss anything about her payment, so I'm not getting into that. No.
That's for you to work out afterwards. So he's like 8 people, 100 gold each, minus what you've already paid up front.
How is he getting 100?
Then you have to, if you want to correct him, correct him.
Yeah, it's not 100.
This
You-
is why
you can
we're
just
looking
give
at your character, Finn, because you're
Yeah.
the bookie.
You can just give us all. Hold on, I'm going to calculate it out right now.
He pulls out his abacus.
Mhm. You have an abacus?
No.
Okay. So it should be a total of 1250 total, and then we can divide it amongst ourselves.
I like to keep you on your toes, just to see if you're paying attention. You'd be amazed at how many people.
You're trying to mess with my money.
It's just testing your ability to recall. Everything's a test, my little friend. He whispers to one of the ladies. She goes out of the room. The other one comes up behind you and pulls out a bag out of a bag. Looks like another bag of holding, and there's a bag full of money. You sound like chings on the ground. It's like, here you go. As reward, 1,250 gold.
Thank you.
So far, your party has. He kind of looks over. Wasn't there a paladin with you guys?
There was.
He's suffering from an identity crisis.
Make a deception check, Grim. With disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you don't lie against this dude.
I'll just say, as you know, unfortunate things happen in the Underdark as they did to your cleric and your fighter.
Make a roll for deception, Valron, with disadvantage.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't.
No, you roll again.
I was
Just joking.
I wasn't actually trying to deceive her either.
Oh yeah, disadvantage. I take the best of both rolls, right?
No, but it's the lowest one. So 11, yeah, he saw right through you. I just want to see if it got worse. If your light got worse than it was already. It looks to you like you want to try again.
I smile.
We were in the Underdark, and he was swayed by the possibility of killing more evil things. You know how paladins are.
I do know how paladins are. So,
Yeah.
he just kind of looks around.
And we made a new friend.
Okay, new friend indeed. Regardless, your troop has proven its valor and worth. The mistress herself would like to meet you to talk further plans, if you're so interested.
When would she like to speak with us?
Tonight.
That should work.
Alright. So, let's say after
Where would she
sundown,
like to meet?
right after sundown, come to this location. He hands you a sheet of paper. It's a location to her house. It says, just go ahead to the Eadgyth house. Eadgyth.
Eadgyth.
Mm-hmm. And there you will find what you're looking for, if you so are inclined.
Okay.
All right.
And what shall we do when we arrive at the house? Do we just knock?
You will be known. Just arrive, and you will be escorted in.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen, lady. He looks at you, Tills.
Can I make an insight on what she's saying?
On what he's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, roll with disadvantage.
I'll just smile and give a slight bow.
Okay. He kind of nods his head back and return to you.
Natural 20.
Roll again.
$19.
You rolled well, my friend. You don't get any sense that he's trying to deceive you anything. The invitation seems genuine.
Okay.
All right. That being concluded, he kind of well, this is my room, ladies and gentlemen. So if you would like to go elsewhere, I don't care. Just be there at the location tonight.
Yes, sir. And I get up and I do my special march. Left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, march up.
You see Makar shake his head, and he gets up and does his blind routine with the staff and kind of goes out, following into the bar. So you guys kind of go outside into the bar, get your own table and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wait, Rogaris, your armor should be ready.
Is he here?
No, but we have to go and get his armor before we do anything.
Well, I was going to wait to see if he showed up. So.
Yeah, no, I tagged him again.
You're right. I did have to get my armor. It's been sitting there for days. It should be done by now. I mean, this crap is fine, but it's not dwarven. So what are you guys saying, Oregon? Should we go into the Twin Emporium with them fancy elves?
Yeah, so let's see if I can light you on fire.
If you ever do that again, I would launch you. I'll launch it across the damn city.
But that's why you got the fire resistance.
I'm going to, if you ever do that. Stupid.
You got the fire resistance, so I can light you on fire.
He just storms off.
I chase after him.
Alright. You guys are going to the Twin Emporium then?
I am, yeah, I don't know who else.
Anybody else want to go?
I'll follow Oregon.
Yeah, I'll go too.
Alright, let's just say everybody goes. You guys.
Yeah, say, being my knowledge is very little of the town, I just follow along the party.
Mm-hmm. McCarver kind of comes up to you, Tails, puts out his hand. He's pretending to be. You get a sense that he's pretending to be blind because he's in a full cloak. He's got his hat on. He's wearing a scarf that covers his eyes, and he's kind of using his stick, his bow staff, is kind of like a walking stick. He's like, just play along, and if you have questions, ask me.
I will.
So you kind of look like you're leading this blind dude around and stuff. All right, so you get to the Twin Emporium. Anything you do want to ask him, Twin Tills? Celestia.
I just was curious, prior to joining the party, was I able to acquire any information from the underground or what, I was involved with up until that point, considering I was down there?
No, the only information is just, so you have your own backstory with where you're from, right?
Sure, yeah.
You left there, you were looking for adventure by happenstance. You met up with Draxel's group. They needed you for something. You guys accomplished it. He asked,
and then I became for trade hire. And
he asked, but you guys had talked before this ahead of time that he was going to meet McCarvin. That you guys were going there for that purpose. That this group needed you, and he needed that paladin really badly. And you were like, yeah, because you thought it was more of an opportunity to see more and get out of your comfort zone. So you were for it.
Perfect.
From working with your Axel, he's shady, but he's honorable in the sense that when he makes a deal, he kept to his word, and so you had no sense of any kind of malintentions and stuff, and you were not ill-treated or anything like that.
All right. Well, then I will carry on with the playing along while guiding him along and follow the party.
All right. So. You guys go to the Twin Emporium, and as soon as you come in, it's busy today. You see that there's a couple of underlings running around helping customers. There's a few other customers in the shop. You guys walk in. The only person you see available, you see that the guy, the elvish man, as you happen to know him as. Let me pull up my notes. Bells is busy with a customer. He kind of sees and waves at you, but you can tell that he's in tough negotiations, which looks like a furball that he's really trying to get some. They're going back and forth. The only person you see available, Oregon and crew, is the sister.
Can I cast comprehend language on myself and listen to what negotiations he's having?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
Wait, who is he talking to, or what is he talking to?
He's talking to a creature. It's just a creature. It's a furball. You've seen him before.
I'm gonna cast comprehend language on myself and listen.
All right. First thing you notice, Finn, they're speaking in common.
Oh well, then in that case. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if
Well,
you-
I still casted it on myself, so yeah. So
yeah. So
Okay.
you want to try
what
to
are they?
roll a perception check
Should
with
slow
disadvantage.
down on your drinking there, Bard.
Yeah, or roll a listen check with disadvantage or perception because there's a lot of people, there's a lot of noise, and are you trying to make it to where they don't think you're listening to them?
Oh no, I'm moving right up towards the conversation. I'm not trying to eavesdrop. I'm literally going
you're
straight
just gonna
there.
go straight there?
To...
So you go straight there and
Yeah.
Bells goes,
I'm gonna kind of just stand next to him and just kind of stand there and listen.
Alright, they both stop. They both look at you. Bells goes,
Hi.
hi, I'm with a customer right now.
Continue. I'm just looking.
Could you look over there with my sister? If you need stuff, she can help you.
Okay. And I kind of just take like
I'm-
a few steps over.
I'm gonna position myself far enough away and just casually watch because with what I just posted in chat, if I can see their lips, I can understand what they're saying.
Yeah.
If they're speaking common.
So what's your passive perception? Make it a...
No, it just says if you can see a creature's mouth while it is speaking a language, you understand.
I'm reading it.
You can interpret what they're saying by reading its lips.
Alright. You can't see the guy speaking to Bells, but you can see Bells' lips moving from where you're at, Morgan. They seem to be under negotiations about a high-level item. They haven't said it. They probably have already talked about the item, what you gather, but they're in the negotiation, and you see Bells like, oh, darling, please, it's my best price. And he's like, and you can't see what the other guy says, but look, it's a fair price. We agreed on this, and that's kind of. It looks like they're doing the back and forth of price and stuff on some kind of magical item that looks had been pre-ordered.
Okay.
So, Oregon, you go up to the sister.
No, I'm still kind of standing in the middle. Now I'm trying to eavesdrop.
All right, roll disadvantage.
I'm gonna go up to the female.
Okay, hold on a second. We'll get to that in a second.
7.
You
Just
can't
letting you know
hear
somebody
anything.
did.
It's just too noisy in their fin. There's just too much going on, and you're trying really hard, and you get a strange look from one of the underlings. Looks as they walk by. She kind of looks at you, kind of like, "What in the hell are you doing?" Kind of looks, and it's too busy in there. So you're just kind of standing there like an idiot in the middle of the store, trying to eavesdrop on someone. Like, Finn, you're so bad at this. She looks like if you were doing the thing where you put your hand to your ear to listen to you better, that's what you would be doing right now.
That sounds about right. Okay.
At such time,
He's
Bell
got the
stops what
horn
he's doing.
up to his freaking ear.
Bell stops what he's doing, and he looks at you again like, Oregon, my friend, go talk to my sister if you need help.
I just. But.
And
Okay.
I whisper in Oregon's ear, quiet enough to where no one else notices, and I let him know they're talking about a magical item.
I know. I wanted to help him out so he gives us a better deal later on.
And I kind of slowly walk away. I slowly walk towards the sister.
Is there any
But
sort
I'm
of
keeping an
shadow
eye
area?
on the.
It's a well-lit interior, and it's daytime till, so I mean, there's really no
Sure.
shadows or stuff like that in there. No.
Is there any way I could position myself to hear the other half of the conversation so we can get the full combo?
You can try to roll. I mean, do you have anything to help you with that?
Say, no, I just guess basic perception, right?
Yep. Roll with disadvantage.
You know, out of character, it's gonna look like we're casing the freaking joint.
Yeah.
You're really pushing it. Let me put it that way.
Sure is.
So, Teals roll. You roll.
A 19. Nice.
Roll again because you have disadvantage.
Well, that rolled two
You rolled
rolls.
twice already.
Oh, I did 2 rolls. Yeah, 23. Teals, you because of your sharp elven hearing, you're able to discern what they're talking about. It looks like it's some kind of cloak. It looks like it was something the man the creature had ordered. You can tell it's a male. That he is. He's trying to finagle a better price from what they agreed to. He'd already paid up half up front, but he's trying to be a weasel about it, and Bells ain't having it. He's like, "Look, I'll give you your money back, and but this is the agreed price." And then you see the man kind of, he knows when he's lost, so he's lost, and he's like, "Fine, give it here." And so it looks like they've reached an agreement on the item.
Okay, I relay the information I heard to the rest of the group.
How are you going to do that? You're all spread out.
Touche.
You want to tell each person individually?
Yeah, I'll take a casual stroll around the circle and relay the information to their ear from behind as I pass by them briefly.
Okay, so you do that. Now, Valeron, you wanted to go up to the sister?
Yep, I do.
All right, she's sitting there in her book as usual.
And I, in Elvish, again, I speak to her and I say hello. We've returned, and
she's like, "I know, I heard you guys. Tell your little halfling friend if he doesn't knock it off, I'm gonna have you thrown out."
I realized that, and that was one of the reasons I am coming over here as well. And I reach into my my gold pouch and say, "Here's 5 gold for his."
She puts up her hand. "I don't want the money for it. I just want him to stop. People are looking."
Understood. I will make sure that he is not allowed to speak again in public.
She kind of snickers at that. Good luck. She actually finally looks up from her book. She's like, "Can I be of assistance to you, gentlemen?" And she looks over and she goes, "Ladies?"
Am I over there now? Is this at the point
at this
that
time
I'm
you see
back?
Rogarius
Okay.
finally just go over, like, "Oh my," he's like, "Good God in heaven." He's like, "Do you have my armor?" She's like, "Yes, we have your armor." And so the change is made. Rogarius gets his armor. So note that, Finn. I'll make a note of it too. He got his armor.
Okay.
Paid the price.
I'm still talking to the female. She's looking up to me now.
She went back to the back to get his armor, handed it over to him, and so he's got his armor. Now,
I would like to buy a scroll of sending. So that's the 3rd level spell we were talking about. We didn't have last time.
Yeah, she does. She says, "As a matter of fact, since you guys have been gone, I was able to not only create those items you wanted, those little pins you can wear, where you can send messages to one another. I was able to make 8 of them." Is this something you guys would be interested in purchasing?
How much are they?
Usually I was going to charge 250 of gold per piece, but if you buy all 8, so I'll give them each to you for 200. You're not there, Oregon. Never mind. That conversation didn't happen.
I thought you said I was there.
You're still sitting in the middle of trying to listen to that damn conversation like a jackass.
It's in Elvish anyway.
Well, he could speak Elvish, but you're still trying to... You're in the middle of where you were, Finn.
No, that's why I was asking if I'd gotten back, because once
you did ask
left,
that. Okay,
I'm
yeah.
not listening.
No, so you went to the sister. So you see Valorant's in conversation, and then you hear that. Okay, so for role-playing purposes, that's what happens. So she said, "Yeah. So for 200 gold apiece, I can sell them each to you."
I am sure that is something that we would be interested in. Yes. And now that we've met a few times, I was wondering if you are interested in rare magical texts at all.
In what way?
In seeing something that is from an era gone past of a magic that doesn't exist. I do not know what is actually on this, but I've been looking for someone who is skilled in magic that might be able to assist me, and you seem like if you are able to create items of such power, and since I've worked,
you kind of sparked her curiosity. It's like, so be more specific. What are you looking to have something created? What are you looking to have done?
I would like to see if you can read any of the text on a page of mine that I've had since I was a child, that was given to me by my parents in my house.
She says, sure.
I would prefer to not do it in this area with this many customers.
It's like, look, present the item. I can read it right here. I won't read it out loud, but if I can look to see if I can do it. Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah. Because this is remember, this is part of my.
I know what it is.
Yeah.
She looks at it. She's like,
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to.
My initial things, it can be done. There's some things that I'd have to do. So if you can come back at a later time, I can break it down for you. I'm kind of busy at the moment. So in the next couple days, just check back with me when I have some free time. We can meet up, and I'm going to need some stuff to do this. There's some things here that are really strange about this, but I'm not. Yeah, I'd have to. There's just some things I'd have to do, to just say, for me to be able to discern what you're looking for.
Understood. Yeah, I appreciate any insight you might be able to give me, and I totally understand.
She looks at you. She's looking very put off by you, Finn.
Hi.
Don't hi me. What are you doing?
We're looking to buy those pin thingies.
What were you doing before that?
I was listening.
So you just admitted you were trying to listen in on a conversation of my brother and another customer?
Yeah, I didn't say I wasn't.
Why were you trying to listen in on a conversation with my brother and another customer? And why should I not have you thrown out of the store right now?
Well, one, because I have monies. And two, because
that.
You and your brother have done a lot for us, and I was hoping to actually help him because that other guy didn't seem very happy.
She kind of looks at you curiously. You were trying to do what?
I was going to help him with the negotiations. I like negotiating. I like monies.
Her lip kind of quivers. You can see for the first time she's trying not to smile at you, Finn. Like it's a crooked, like her mouth's kind of crooked. She's kind of like... Let's see if she believes you. She does believe you, Finn. She's like, all right then. So, my time is precious, gentlemen. The pins, 200 gold each, and they're yours.
Okay, so who came with us? Everyone came with us?
Everybody's there.
Okay, and our party is 8 people or 7? I keep losing track of our size.
It's still 8, as far as I can tell.
8? Okay.
McCarvin's still with us, right?
Yeah, McCarvin's still with you guys.
So we added McCarvin,
I think we should.
and then we dropped
Sidel,
and got Celestra, right? Celestra.
I mean, McCarvin saved our ass a couple times. You know, I think he's earned it.
How about, and I kind of, hey guys.
You see McCarvin hears his name, he comes up. He's like, "Well, what do we have going on here?" And you see him spot the sister, and she looks at him like, "A drow." "Yes, a drow indeed, my beautiful princess. Tell me, what is your name?" And he scoops up her hand and kisses it. And you see, for the first time, she actually flushes in her face, and she kind of takes her hand away, like, we were negotiating at a price. Well, price is no object for a beautiful woman such as yourself. Well, can I be of some assistance in these negotiations? She doesn't speak for a second. She's just standing there with her mouth open, and her face is turning really red. She's like, She shakes her head and looks at you, Oregon. Yes, the pins. The 200 of gold apiece.
Can we do all 8 of them for 1250?
Make a persuasion check with advantage. McCarvin's really got her flushed.
Oh, well, okay. That should be fun.
You have advantage on this, Finn.
Alright. 26.
My God. She rolled a 14. Oh, Jesus, she had no chance in hell on that. She's like... She is so taken aback by McCarvin, who is just wooing the shit out of her, that she is like, yes, 1250 will be fine. Let me go get them for you. And she walks off, just kind of, like, fumbles around a little bit, and McCarvin kind of looks at you, Finn, and gives you you can't see his eyes, but if you could, you would see that
he does the whole shooting with the glisten off the teeth as he smiles.
Yeah, if he could, he would have given you a wink.
And then I turned to Morgrim and said, "That's how you're supposed to do it."
Yeah, and I'm like, I say, McCarvin, man, you're good.
Well, I do find it attractive. Maybe I can get lucky. So, she comes back. She opens this nice case. They're all laid out. And she's like... It looks like she's composed herself a little bit. It took her a minute longer than you would think she would come... Like, she kind of composed herself. She's like... Now, the way this works is like the send message. You have to be within a certain distance, right? You can't send these miles away. She looks at you, Velron, like you should know what she's talking about.
Yep.
At a certain distance, you can communicate with one another. And all you have to do is wear the brooch. And
awesome.
it's just a little, like, it looks like a little hand holding like a little goblet. It's something really simple and basic. We can decide on what it is later. I mean, but it looks like it's just a little pin that you can wear.
Okay. So
thank you very much.
So,
and everyone can add the pin.
Yeah, each of you can add a pin, and we'll come up with the name for it. It's
pin of sending.
Pin of sending. There you go. POS.
Pin of walkie-talkie.
Alright, so, good call on that, Finn, to make the right time to say, can we try persuasion? Because you finally caught her, because if not, you would have been at a disadvantage, because she is pissed at you. But she was so taken aback.
No, I made her almost smile. I almost made her smile.
I know, but she's still upset. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of not, she does not understand you. She's like, she kind of forgets what she's saying for a second. Is there anything else I can help you with today, gentlemen, ladies?
Anything I can do to help you?
With what?
Would it help to have some music up in here?
No. We're a
You
store,
sure?
not a tavern. There's lots of inns and taverns.
People like being entertained.
Oregon, I have already made such arrangements. If she needs something, she'll let us know. Please calm down.
McCarver's kind of giving you the... If you could see through his sash, you would be getting the stink eye right now, Finn.
Okay. I pat McCarbin on the butt and say, "Go do your thing," and start walking out.
So you guys all leave out. McCarvin stays behind for a minute or two, and then he comes like he's blind walking out. And then he comes out, it's like, it should be a really good night for me. So,
Hey, Valron.
Yes?
What was that paper? What was that paper?
What paper?
He heard your conversation.
The thing that
he
she
walked
was
over.
reading.
Oh, you mean when I asked about
Yeah, he was able
Oh,
to.
I see. My brain, I wasn't thinking. It's something from my family. Exactly like what I told her. It's a piece of text from my family.
While they're doing this, I walk across the street and then test the pin out. Breaker.
Everybody, all of a sudden, you guys. I mean, how loud are you doing it, Grim?
Have you seen Get Smart?
Yes, you just so you
With
scream
the
into
tooth?
it.
With the tooth radio?
Right. So I got you. Just as you guys are doing this, you see Morgan kind of walk off. I don't think any of you guys are paying attention. All of a sudden, in your minds, guys, you hear this loud Morgan voice. Hey, is this working? You see McCarvin like, oh my god, like you guys are in shock because this loud voice just comes through your minds, through Morgan.
Yeah, sounds like Morgan.
Like your ears are ringing, your head's ringing. McCarvin just looks at you, comes over and grabs you by the arm, Grim, and kind of violent, like, you idiot! You only have to talk normal with these kind of devices. You don't have to yell, you jackass. Oh, my head.
And I hold it again and say, okay!
Oh! Okay, everybody roll a Constitution saving throw.
What?
Roll
Me?
a Constitution saving throw.
D20 plus 1.
Not you, Morgrim. It didn't hit you. You're the one giving the. You see Regaris actually fall over and like get to one knee. He's stunned. At that time, you see McCarvin just his grip on your arm, Morgan, hurts really bad, and you see him just kind of like his whole body tighten up, like.
These are a privilege, not a guarantee. So if you continue to scream over them, they will be taken away. Trust me, we like our hearing.
Chrome, roll a Constitution saving throw. Is Chrome there?
Did he mute himself?
Yeah, I had it muted.
Yeah, roll a Constitution saving throw. Or roll a d20 and add your modifier for your Constitution.
I'm rolling Constitution. Here we go.
Okay. Luckily, you guys have strong constitutions. No one rolled bad. No one threw up or passed out because your heads are kicking. So McCarvin kind of just brings Graham back to there. It's like,
I take mine off.
Yeah. No, you don't have to take. He's like, you can leave it on, guys. No one will know it. It's nature. And when you want to talk to someone, you touch it. As she said, you touch it. You talk normal. We will hear you like if you're right next to us.
Yeah, I still take it off.
If you whisper, we would hear you
that
whisper.
He's gonna scream in it again.
You do what now, Velron?
I do take mine off just because I'm assuming he's gonna do a third time.
You don't have to be worried if it's in your. So if you just have it on you, this will happen.
Oh, I see. Great.
But only because he's touching it and yelling is that you guys got the effects that you did. McCarvin just looks at everybody's like, I need a drink. I need a lot of drinks. My head is killing me. I should kill you. His head turns in your direction, Wargrim. And if his eyes could see through the sash, it would look like fire and brimstone at the moment.
Yeah, we need to get some rooms for the night as well.
Can I take a look at that paper? I can help. I'm good at reading things.
No, my friend, you cannot read this paper. Thank you. I appreciate your offering.
Okay.
No magical means thus far in the world have worked. Comprehend languages or anything like that would not necessarily work. It is from a very long time past.
Okay.
All right. So you guys have made 1250 and it's gone. You have the day. Anything else you want to do? Yes, no, maybe so.
When we go to the inn, I'm going to be playing my music like normal.
It's daytime. Roll a performance check, Finn.
Okay.
And I'm going up to my room early, just so you know.
Yeah, we'll say you guys have rooms here. You guys purchase rooms.
Yeah, I'll buy McCarvin a drink.
I'm gonna.
I was like, oh, thank you.
Use my
It's the
lucky.
least you can do for my headache. He orders some
use
stiff
lucky.
brandy. He is sitting there drinking some stiff brandy. He's like, my God, don't ever do that again. I thought my brain was going to come out of my ears.
I kind of
15 was my performance.
All right, you do okay, Finn. You make 4 silver. It's the middle of the afternoon. You know, it's not busy time. So a few people like your music, but it was nothing like, it's not the right atmosphere. You do okay. You sell 4 silver from it.
Okay.
Do you have any special performance bonuses with your special weapon? Or
No,
instrument?
that's really just a weapon. That's not really.
It's still
not
a
for the
musical
performance
instrument,
part.
Finn.
It is, so I can use it like normal, but there's no bonus to the performance itself.
Right, I was just checking.
it can cast
I
spells.
didn't remember if there was or not.
Yeah, no, it's just casting spells it can do.
Okay. Right. So, we now, let's say you guys drink, you eat something. It is now time to go to Lady Egadith's house. Let's say it's that time. You can see McCarvin. My God, he can handle his liquor. He set several brandies, which you paid for. So mark off 5 silver from your inventory there, Morgan.
And I was drinking with them, so I'm probably wasted.
Also, everybody, if you each got a room, that'll be 5 silver per room.
I was performing, so I didn't need a room, right?
Tills, I don't know if I ever gave you starting gold.
You gave
Did I?
Nothing.
All right, roll a d20 for me. I know you start off with 5, but just roll a d20 for me. Don't add anything to it. Just throw 1 d20. Right. So you have 55 gold on you. So you're more than to purchase your own room if you want, Tills. Why are you rolling, Grim?
Oh, I was just testing something to see if I was drunk or not from drinking with McCarvin.
Okay, yeah. You both are able to. I mean, you guys don't go. You try to get crap faced, but sometimes drinking strong brandy, liqueur like that, if you drink enough, it can get you a little snickered. But you guys just feel a little bit better. So it is now evening time, and you see McCarvin move his sash off of his eyes and just kind of hangs around his neck. It's like, I see much better in the evening time. And you see his eyes; they're piercing. I mean, it's really weird, Grim. Again, the irises are purple, right? But the surrounding area is red. It's really weird.
I don't know. I think they're cool looking.
All right. So you
Your
guys
eyes look really cool, man.
No, thank you. My ears are cool too. I'd like to keep them the normal way, so that if you could not scream into that thing anymore.
I'll try not to. Okay, I guess we'll head to the meeting.
I got you, Corinth.
Cool.
All right, so you guys head that way. Anything else you want to do before you head to this manor?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
I want to ask McCarvin, what does he know about the place where we're going?
I've never actually been there. I've met the mistress and I've met Onwell, but I've never been to her residence, so this is a new opportunity for me as well.
I think we should scout the place out just in case.
Now, we will get our information that we've been invited in. Why not just scout while we are there?
He's a smart one.
Well, I wasn't born yesterday. Or is it 5 days ago? What is the saying? You were not born 5 days ago?
Yes.
But I was born yesterday? Oh, how do you say it? Alright, let us go. So you guys head out. Who wants to try to find where this is?
Who has navigation?
I can use investigation and try and find it.
Sure, go for it, Faerun.
What does the paper say?
It just gives you the address. It just gives you a location. Doesn't tell you how to get there.
I would just ask somebody that's nearby.
All right.
Well, I do have this.
Corinth.
If that would help.
Yeah, Grim has no problem finding it for you guys. You see Valdron go over, and not knowing that Grim can do certain things, just goes over, and you're able to get the location. So Grim's like, "I got this." As Valdron's coming, just as Valdron's getting ready to say, "I found it," kind of thing. Grim's like, "Okay, I got it. Let's go." And so you guys are off. So you get to the manor house, not a problem. It's nighttime. You see along the city streets, people are kind of closing shop for the day. You walk by some taverns, and you see that people are settling in for the evening time. You see some guards walking around. City guards. These are not purple dragons, but they're just city guards. They're wearing armor, typical armor, leathers, that kind of stuff. They do have a uniformity to them, so you know that they are city guards. You see, purple night dragon here and there. You see other people of different natures and stuff. You can tell that the side of the city you're going on is more of the upper class side of the city. It's more heavily guarded. So you are seeing more than normal guards at certain locations, and more purple night dragon knights than normal. But you find the location no problem. When you get there, you come around the street, you take a left, you come around to this big giant house. It's at least a few stories that you can tell from the front of it. It's got a huge yard around it with trees and things of that nature. It's a very nice house. You can see that it is gated with a stone wall that is 12 foot high, and there are, for decorations, spikes, but they're in such a way, it's kind of like it's decorative. It's practical but decorative, so to keep people from just coming over the wall, no problem. It looks like you guys look and you find the main entrance is a big giant 2 white gates, right? That are closed at the moment. You see that there are 2 guards, and they look to be wearing different colors than any of the other guards. You recognize the same color that Armo was wearing. Do you guys just go up to them?
Yes.
I do.
All right, so you guys go walking up, and you hear, "Halt!" Just then you see 2 guys come from, it looks like on either side of the gate is a giant pillar, right? There's another 2 guards. There seems to be, like, on top there's 2 guys as well. So there's 6 guards in total. On top of the gate, it looks like there's 2, like, little places for guards to sit. They have crossbows, and the main guy that told you the hall comes up. It's like, "State your purpose."
We are here to see the mistress.
"And who are you?"
We are
have
a
an
group
appointment.
sent by Armwell.
"Armwell sent you. Wait here."
Yes, and I give him the paper that had the location
There
to
you
see if
go.
it means anything
There
to
you
him.
go. He looks at it, and you see something like a little light flick on it, Flynn, or Flynn,
Oregon.
Oregon. He looks at it. It's like, "Okay, follow me." You turn around. He does kind of a hand signal, and the gates open, and you guys walk in. As soon as you walk in, it's a pathway. It's cobbled. Goes up to, kind of looks like a fountain in the center. So you might the road's straight, and then it goes in a circle around this fountain to the front of this giant mansion, right?
Nice.
And
As we're walking, I lean over to Oregon and say, "Hey, I wonder if one of those guards used to be an adventurer until he took an arrow to the knee."
You need to get better with the ladies.
We have been together.
This is the strangest conversation I've ever heard as a dungeon master.
Wow.
That guard might have been injured in a wound. You need to get better with the ladies. 2 random things that had nothing to do with one another.
I apologize to Celestra and Elvish for the rest of my group.
Any reaction to that, Tills?
No reaction.
Okay. She's just kind of looking around.
I just rolled my eyes.
Right. So you guys are walking up to this mansion. You're being escorted by guards, one on the right of you, one on the left of you, with the main guy leading you there. When you get there, you see that the front of the house has got 4 pillars. There's intricate artwork carved into the stone of each pillar as it goes up. They're about 30 feet high. You see that there's a stone case that kind of goes round and leads up to the main door. When these are beautifully carved wooden doors. You see the doors open, and you see a couple of those ladies you saw in the different colors, like, you know, wearing the sashes, their faces are still covered, come out, and you see Armwell come out. He is in a little bit more formal dress, and you see another man come out, and he's like, "Ah, you made it. Good. The mistress is ready to see you."
Yes, we did.
The mistress is ready to see you now. Shall we go meet her?
Of course.
I think we shall.
All right. So you guys go in. House, when you walk in, you see there's a staircase that goes up. There's an opening area, giant chandelier. As soon as you guys walk in, very beautiful. There's a staircase that goes straight and then verges off 2 ways to the upper floor. This probably has 3 stories, you can tell. And he says, "If you will follow me," and he leads you to a room on the right. There's two doors on each side, 2 giant doors on each side. You don't go to the one on the left, then the doors close. But you go to the one on the right, you open it up, and as you do, it leads into a huge living room area. You could say there's a giant fireplace. There is books everywhere on a couple shelves. You see that there is a few couches, and then laid in the middle is looks like trays of food, like finger food have been laid out for you guys. Wine's already there at a sidebar. You see 2 male servants in there. And then you see in the room, you see Lady Igaith, the mistress, sitting there, looking very, very regal. She's wearing, I'll show you guys a picture here. That might make it a little bit easier. If I can find it. If this will... No, I want my library. No! Stupid! D&D roll 20! Alright, if I can get it to get bigger. Alright, this is what she kind of looks like. I mean, I've described it to you before, but this is what she looks like. So that's what she's wearing and what she looks like. She's sitting there, looks like she's sipping on what looks like wine. She welcomes you in, there's plenty of seats. She's like, "Ah, I'm well. I see you've brought our friends finally. Welcome. Welcome, one and all. Please come in. Grab drinks. If you'd like anything, tell one of my servants. There's food laid out. Please make yourself comfortable."
As we walk in, I say to her, "Impressive abode."
It's been in my family for generations. So,
I inspect the chair.
all right, go ahead and inspect the chair, Finn.
I'm going to closely inspect the gin with my stomach.
Okay, so you asked for some gin. The gentleman
14.
pours you a cup. Everybody gets drinks. And if you guys want, you can start.
Except me.
The chair looks safe, Finn.
As I see Finn approaching the chair and starting to check it, I say through the pendant, "Please do not go checking the chairs again. This is a time when we need to be at our best presentation level."
Followed by awkward silence.
Finn,
Yeah, I give no response. I continue inspecting a chair as if you didn't say anything.
It's clear. It's clear, Finn. You're able to check that there's nothing notorious about the chair per se.
Okay. So I go.
I
and
just
sit
walk by
on the
giving a
chair.
glance.
I go and grab a mead from one of the people passing by with drinks to settle the edge.
There's no meat here. It's a lot of brandy, wine.
I'll grab a wine.
All right, pours you it looks like butlers, 2 butlers in the room. Pours you wine. So everybody gets their drink, whatever you want. You sit around. You come to the couches that kind of go around. She's sitting in a very, almost like very ornamental chair with the couches and other chairs. The couch is facing her and stuff. And you guys go in, and she's like, "So, I must say I'm very, very impressed with what you guys have been able to accomplish. Armwell tells me that you were able to take care of one of our situations. I am very happy to hear that. My question is, are you guys looking for more permanent work?"
If there's money involved.
She smiles. Of course, there's always money involved.
Then I'm ready.
I look to organize permanent form of work. I believe maybe we are still more in the adventuring phase, but we would at least we would like to hear what your offer is for sure.
Well,
but
as a member of my group per se, I could compensate you very well to make sure that what I need accomplished gets accomplished.
And what is this compensation?
Depends on the job.
Mm-hmm.
The tougher the job, the more money, of course.
I'm sorry, this is out of character. I forget what movie it was, but right now I'm reminded of a movie where a guy is having problems. Oh, but what about the moral support? Well, there's $1,000 in it for you. Okay, so when do we leave?
Right, that's Finn. Need some chicken real quick.
Natural 20 on what she's saying on insight.
Roll again with disadvantage.
Okay.
He rolled twice already.
Oh,
the second one was a 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it rolls twice when you click on it. So.
You're trying to do insight. You can't read her.
Okay.
It is weird. You rolled really well, Velron. And she looks at you with a snicker, like, nice try. But you're not really able to get anything from her. I mean, it seems legit, but you're not getting any. You're not able to tell whether she's being truthful or not, or what she's saying, or if she's trying to be deceptive. You can't get a read on her.
And what would be the difference between us continuing to do jobs as we discussed with Armwell versus becoming a more permanent fixture?
She's like, well, Armwell is my representative. Jobs that he gives you are jobs that I told him to give you.
Mm-hmm.
It's no difference.
But I mean, could we continue the way we are, and come whenever you need help? We come and you get missions, or what does it mean to become a permanent member?
Well, you just are on our payroll.
Oh. Steady gold. I do like steady gold.
Then we are agreed?
Does that also mean that we might get a choice of different jobs as well when we are members?
Sometimes circumstances just require what we need you for.
Understood. No, I was just curious, ma'am. No worries.
All right.
So, should we accept, could you tell us what we would be doing as our first mission, so we have an idea about what we are agreeing to?
Of course. She's like, we have another house trying to move into, let's just say, our trade. I would like you to put a stop to this.
Another house? What house would this be?
House Traylon.
What check would we need to roll to see if we know anything about that?
Just knowledge.
History?
Intelligence. Yeah, history.
I can roll history. I got a 4.
Yeah, you both can roll. Just roll a normal history check. Okay. Corinth, are you going to roll too?
25.
You know the Trailhounds. You know, part of one of the families from down south that you know that wealthy people. They're lords of the land. That's all you know. You don't know them personally, so that's all you know.
Okay, sounds good.
And what would we need to do in order to take care of the house Traylon?
Well, find out what they're up to and put a stop to it. Really what I need to do is they have been, let's just say, interfering with our trade in the south. So I need you to stop them from doing that and put a stop to them permanently.
And where exactly in the south?
The main capital.
Question out of character. What's the main capital?
Yeah,
I imagine I would know that.
I knew
but-
you were about to ask that, so I'm pulling it up for you, Finn.
Okay.
So you can see it on the map. Give me a second here. So the main capital, and I've told you this before, is hold on, why is this being stupid? Is Zuzel. That's where the royal family is. That's the capital of Cormyr.
Got it.
The Azuns.
Zuzel. Suzail.
And what is this trade that we're stopping that they're interfering with?
Well, we're still getting to know one another, but just say my business interests lead to my business interest.
Would there be an incentive for us to bring one back to you for an extra reward?
I don't need to be brought back. I just need discretion and put in a stop to them interfering with my trade.
And how have they been interfering? Have they just been kind of moving in on
They
your
go
territory
after-
in this trade, or
They trying to move in on our territory. They attack my. Let's just say that they're very underhanded, but they have been basically trying to stop our trade in a sense that, how can I best put it? Anywhere they can find it, still stop us. They're doing it.
and when is your next caravan leaving down towards the south?
It's not so much caravans; it's in the city itself. As we get stuff from the sea in, they go out of their way to be there to try to intercept it. If we do get it in, then constantly harassing my agents and people of my employ. I need this to stop.
And do they do this in the water or once it hits the land?
Once it hits the land, they don't do anything. They don't control enough ships to do anything. It's once we get into the docks and everything that just happens.
And then, so when is the next time you are expecting something into the docks?
In the next week.
So if we were to leave now, we'd get
To
there
put it
probably
bluntly,
just
she
in
says,
time.
She's like, just to put it bluntly, I need you to stop them at any means necessary. And I'm willing to pay for this.
How much coin are we talking?
Well, if you're able to just stop it to where they stop interfering, I'll pay you each. For the group, I'll pay you 5,000 gold. If you can somehow.
How about a permanent solution?
10,000.
So, Oregon, when are we leaving?
I assume that
Hold
this.
on. Question: can I do a? I don't know what the check would be to know what the presence of the Purple Knights is in Suzail. To what level? Do you have an idea about what their presence is there?
It's the capital.
It's the capital. You've done some research on this, Finn. It'd just be a history check.
Okay.
With the advantage because you've been doing some research.
Okay.
Yeah, I am eating chicken, guys. I haven't eaten all day. Sorry.
Oh, man.
No
what
problem.
the? Wow. I know nothing. I can study all I want.
You have no idea. You just know that it seems like they would.
Wow.
You've seen them here, so you probably will see them there.
I've never seen that before. Wow. Double ones.
It was meant to not be.
So
Apparently.
to the lady I asked, does this job also entail discretion as well? I'm assuming amongst the purple dragons.
Yes, it would. You're going after a house of some significance.
I look down at Oregon when she says that.
Well, while they're debating, I take a sip of my gin and I walk over to her, hold out my hand, and say, sign me up. They regardless of what they do. 10 grand, yes, sign me up.
10 grand for the group.
She smirks at you, Grim.
Mm-hmm.
And when you grab her hand, it's very cold to the touch.
Is there any? I think I may have asked this the first time we met her, but maybe she's wearing different outfit or something this time. Is there any religious symbols on her at all?
Make that perception check.
Yeah, 16.
You don't see any. Looks like the dress and stuff she's wearing is formal evening wear.
Okay.
I'm kind of. You just see the little gnome. He's silent for like the first time, and he just kind of stroking his little beard and thinking.
Well, I look over at Oregon and say, 10 grand, man. 10 grand.
He kind of ignores you. He's semi in a little bit of his own little trance type thing.
Money.
Can I use intimidation on Oregon to get him to agree to Grim?
Yeah, you can. What do you say to him?
Say, Oregon, this is for the best for the group.
Would you
I
roll
encounter
12 or
with
27?
money. That's the first one we've been going by.
Okay, so
Yeah, the second one's only for advantage or disadvantage.
all right, so you rolled a 12. I mean, Finn, you can try to resist. It's a wisdom charisma saving throw. I'm sorry, charisma saving throw.
Can I try to intimidate back?
You have to first save
Oh, okay. What is this? A wisdom?
charisma.
Charisma. Oh, okay.
Grim seems
Yeah.
confident in his judgment.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, so you
Nice.
resist that.
And then I intimidate back and say, leave me alone while I'm thinking.
Go for it.
And he has to go against a 26.
Roll a charisma save. Their Chrome Cobra. 18. You back off. You were intimidated, Chrome, from this little.
I walk towards the table of hors d'oeuvres. And
It's in front of you. You know
I'll-
what the walk
I'll
over.
grab-
It's in front of you in front of the couches. It's a very nice spread.
Well, I'm putting my back towards people and touching the brooch and saying,
Money.
Right.
Money.
McCarvin's like, hey,
So-
looks good to me. I like to fight.
I'm not
So
interested in the
McCarvin says
permanent
that light, it
solution.
worked for him? McCarbon says it out loud. This works for him. Ranger?
He's got a mouthful of food.
One second.
Uh,
Okay, go ahead. What's your question?
sorry, did McCarbon say that out loud?
Yes.
That works for him? Okay. So after he says that, I kind of pop up and I say, I won't dissuade any of the others from agreeing with you. So it looks like broken down, that's 625 apiece if we stop this current caravan from being intercepted, and then 1250 apiece if we stop it permanently. And since my two companions, Morgrim and McCarbon, have agreed to it, I will not stop theirs. However, in thinking about what is at risk here, there is a lot on the line to potentially stop an entire house in the capital city with purple dragons around. And while I understand you are compensating us heavily, I don't believe that it is enough, because in accomplishing this, we do put a lot in danger for our future missions as well. And so I believe that the compensation does need to be higher for those of us that have not agreed.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Okay. I'll just click it. 25.
She's not convinced. But she does say, fine. I'll do this. If that is your position, then the new offer is being put on the table. I want this taken care of permanently, and I'll give you 15,000 gold to do it.
I'm in.
And the mission itself?
I say, take the money.
However you want to fall, but I will tell you this. You guys get caught, whatever happens, I don't know who you are. You understand, of course.
Of course.
When you say take care of permanently, could we have them move to, say, a faraway land where they no longer interrupt your trade routes rather than the word permanently?
Permanently means permanently.
And it remains as 5,000 for the group if we secure the one particular, but 15,000 if we stop them permanently.
Yeah, I can't take an assassination mission. That's against, like, me and good.
She's like,
I mean it.
She's like, look, you guys have much to discuss. This is my offer. Why don't you guys take some time? If you guys want to do either one, let me know. But if you don't want to do either, then no hard feelings.
So just to clarify, though, the offers that we have are 5,000 gold for the group in order to stop the, to make sure that your current coming in shipment in a week is not intercepted. But if we stop the house Traylon permanently, then it's 15,000. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We will discuss.
All right. Well, you are more than welcome here. When you do make your final decision, come back. I'll give you a day to decide. And then let me know.
Thank you.
Actually, can you return in 2 hours? We will have our decision made in 2 hours.
Return where?
In here. She said you said we're welcome here, right? We will have our decision made within 2 hours.
No, my friend. This is my home. I am the lady boss. You go wherever you want, but it will not be in my residence.
Okay. May we return in 2 hours then to give you our decision?
If that's all the time you need, then by all means, yes.
Okay.
Can I make a perception check to see if there's any interesting individuals that are in her house right now as well? Because you said there are lots of people.
You've seen some of the other, you've seen more of those women. When you first came in, they were wearing different colors. It was two. But you didn't ask to see the time, but the only two people in the room are people coming in are just serving people.
Ah, okay.
And Armo, of course, has been in there the whole time. He's just been sitting behind her, not saying anything, just watching you guys.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
2 hours time, come back, give us your answer.
Okay.
All right, so you guys all stand up. She leaves the room. Armo's like, all right, guys and gals, see you in 2 hours, I guess. And one of the butlers escorts you to the front of the door, where there's two guards. Two guards follow you along to the gate. You see that on either side of the doors, there's two of those women that you saw previously. You escort to the gate, and you're escorted off the premises.
Okay. How busy is the area on the street
I mean,
here?
there's people coming in. There's people moving around. I mean, it's not like it did in the daytime, but it's a more upper echelon kind of part of Arabelle. So, you mean, there are people around, not like if it was like daytime traffic, but more like guards, people.
Okay, but there's still people around.
Right.
So in that case, I'm using the brooch. So I'm kind of using the pin of sending, and I'm sending the message to everyone. We have to decide now because it is far away. If we decide to do this, we have to leave in the morning. So we're deciding now.
McCarvin says, when did we go somewhere not out in the open, looking like a bunch of vagabonds? There's a small little tavern we crossed. So if we want to go over to the...
Okay. Yeah.
All right. You guys go to this tavern, and it's a nice little tavern. It looks like it's been there for a long time. Its location, it's actually really nice. It's very nice inside and plush. Drinks a little bit more pricey here because you're in the, say, the rich quarters section of the city. You're given a quiet space. Nobody messes with you, so you get a table. Serving girls get you drinks, whatever you want. You guys pay, and you guys are allowed to discuss what you want to do.
So, I mean, I think we're gonna do the mission. The only part is the permanent, and this is all through the brooch, by the way. I'm just using the sending. I don't want to talk in open.
Oregon, you're giving me a headache. We are by ourselves here. Let's just talk. No one's around us. Let us talk frankly.
All right. I'm
Where are
fine
we?
with securing
You're in a
the
small
shipment.
tavern, not too far off, about 10-15 minutes away from her location. Very nice.
You guys already know what McCarvin and I think about it.
Yeah.
So, McCarvin, up for a drink?
No, I would like to sit here and have my drink and discuss it. This is a group decision.
Okay.
I'm fine with securing the shipment, but there's a lot that goes into removing an entire house permanently.
McCarvin speaks up. He's like, you do know that this is a test, right?
Yes.
Do you? What is the test?
Oh,
I
this is
do
how
know
faithful we are to her wishes.
No.
I do know
It's
some
more
things
like,
about
what are we
House
going to
Treylon.
do for them?
There you
Yeah.
go.
How
That's
faithful
what
we are to
McCarvin
She
snaps
wants
his
her to-
fingers at.
She wants her to show her loyalty.
She wants to see what we are willing to do and for what, and how it's the highest we will go. I don't know who this other family is. We can find out.
I know some things about them.
Oh, what do you know?
What do you
So-
know?
So I relay the information that I did learn about them.
Okay.
Which is
Not a whole lot, but if they're I'll add to it that if they're a house in Suzale, and they're prominent, you're like you're saying, it's going to be very difficult to remove them because they're most likely going to be known about by the Purple Dragons and by the War Wizards in Comir as well if they're an actual house. At least that's how I would assume.
Roll an intelligence history check, Belron. Something you remember
18.
reading in that book you found is that it is not uncommon for houses to go against one another. it happens all the time in Cormier. There's a history of backstabbing, betrayal, vile for, there are honorable houses, and then there are houses that are very power hungry, and it's throughout its history it's had this issue. Recently, you know that in your readings of the book that basically Storm Silverhand just basically went and cleaned house in the whole country looking for anybody that was not loyal to the new crown, because a lot of this nonsense had been going on for too long in her eye. Basically, because she is a prominent figure, wouldn't clean house. So, but this is not unheard of in Cormier. Think Game of Thrones.
Yeah, the most famous one is House Harkonnen and House Atreides.
No, that's wrong.
Do you relay that to us, Corn?
Yeah, for the sake, yeah, he tells you that.
Okay. So, do you know what an opposing house to House Traylon is in Suzel?
I don't know.
He does not know that. You'd have to research.
Okay.
I mean, you just know who they are. You don't know anything else because there's nothing written down like that. Just the history of the information I gave you.
Well, I'm willing to see if we can do something. We obviously have to tread cautiously. I'm okay with going with this mission, although removing them permanently, we can figure out our solution, but I'm willing to try.
I will follow with the party by whatever means necessary.
Yeah, this whole time you're watching Teal's character, just kind of looking at everything like, what's this?
We're taking everything around me and trying to absorb like a sponge while not looking absolutely panicked and overwhelmed.
Chrome's character is just sitting there just looking very
stoned.
Just not really like a statue.
I'm ready to get some rest. I'm tired. I've had long travels. That last battle kind of still wore me out. Still reeling from it.
So McCarvin says, so what are we to do? Which route are we going to go?
Can we do both?
I mean,
we can guarantee that we will do the shipment securement, and we will come with our best plan in order to permanently resolve that issue without jeopardizing our future involvement with the mistress.
And McCarvin, how do you think our other person of interest would think of this?
Which one? I have several.
Amrun.
Oh, well, I know what they will tell you. We should probably discuss this with them as well. Cautiously.
That's what I was getting at. Yes.
They would probably say...
Hey, guys. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I'll join back later, okay?
Oh, yeah, of course, Lady Alding.
I gotta hang up. Okay, bye.
See ya. Well.
Okay.
So that's something we might want to consider, is speaking with her about this before we just go straight to Suzel.
Is that video?
Our task was to find more about her, and we won't find more about her unless we do this. There's not much to report at this point.
McCarvin kind of pipes in. Well, maybe she knows these Traylons. Could tell us some information.
Yeah, she's a very knowledgeable person about Cormier. That's kind of what I was getting at. I agree. I think she'll know what might be going on or why they are interrupting their trade. There may be a good reason.
I agree. But so I say we return to the mistress now. We agree that we'll try to do both. Does that sound okay with everyone?
Looks good to me.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, but I mean, I would essentially say, I mean, maybe not say it, but if we're severely outnumbered, we can't take out a house and
we will do our best. That's all I'm going.
There you go. Okay.
We have to see what the situation allows.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
All right. So you guys go back, meet up with the guards. After you guys have a drink, finish your drinks. You're escorted back in. This time, though, she's not in the living room. You go to the other side. And this one's a little bit different. You walk in, and it's a single chamber, big, huge table. You would think when you first see it, right, that it's a dining table, but it looks like more like a conference table. And sitting at the end of it is her in this really gaudy, gold, intricately carved, almost like a throne kind of chair, sitting there drinking wine. You see that there's 4 of those women now in there as well. Armwell's sitting to the left of her in there. You guys walk in. Looks like she's sipping on wine again. She's like, so, you guys have reached a decision.
Yes, we have. So, based on what we know so far, we have agreed that we will definitely stop the shipment from getting intercepted, and we will also try to permanently resolve the issue, but we don't know what the situation is down there, so as the situation permits, we will try to accomplish that as well. But at this point, because we don't know what's going on, we have to assess the situation to create a permanent solution in order to not jeopardize our future with you, Mistress.
She thinks about this for a second. Okay. I'll give you some latitude on this. Now, if you're successful in this, then I can say that this will lead to more lucrative opportunities. Fail me and there'll be consequences for that as well.
Understood.
You were all agreed upon this? Ricard was like, of course!
Yes.
Very well. You have a week to get there and prepare. You do what you need to do. I leave it to you. When all is done, come back here, report. Or no, actually, she says. She didn't say that. I spoke. That's a DM blunder there. She says, meet Armwell at his regular place of hangout and advise him when said thing is done.
Okay.
We are agreed. She raises up her cups to you and takes a sip of her wine, closing her eyes like she's enjoying it. The finer things in life. Well, good luck. I wish you the best.
As soon as possible, I'm assuming, as far as timeline for this?
I think you get the gist as soon as possible. She wants to sooner than later.
You got it.
I think we should make our way back to the inn that we frequent the most here, because they'll probably give us the best prices, and not to mention I got a chick waiting there.
Do you guys remember which inn it was?
Hold on.
Oh no, what was the name of it?
I have to find it in my notes here. The Watching Links, I think.
You got it. The Watching Links, that's correct. Alright, so you guys go to the Watching Links, and packed as ever, guards, Purple Dragon Knights, adventurers, all kinds of people behaving themselves. This place has a reputation for, not putting up with a lot of tomfoolery, right? So you guys get in there and you look and see that Amra is just by herself. She's sitting in the back. She's reading a book. She's just by herself, and she's sitting there smoking her little elegantly crafted, pipe.
How far away is she?
She's in your normal spot.
Okay. I'll approach her table.
Just you, or
and I'll go flirt with the barmaid that
she is
I
not
know.
working tonight.
Oh, I'll inquire as to where she is.
You go to the barkeep. Like, can I help you, sir?
and I never caught her name.
You know her name. Just say it's Lily or something like that. I didn't write it down, but said, no, it's a night off, and I don't know where she stays at. Sorry.
Okay, another time then.
Okay.
Let her, next time you see her, let her know I was looking for her.
And you are?
Morngrim, and I'll give him a silver.
All right, I
First
can do
time.
that for you, sir. Can I get you something to drink?
An ale, please.
Well, it is. So he gives you ale. You transfer the money, and you guys head all over to Amarin, who looks up from her book, and she is drinking a stout mug of something. You can't tell what it is, but it's a big, giant mug of something. She looks up from her
May
book.
we sit down?
Of course.
And I kind of take a seat and ask her, what do you know about House Traylon?
Hold on. I just found a new track, and I'm trying to add it, and it's being stupid. Roll 20.
I try and get small talk out of the way. Hello, how are you? I hope everything's well.
Oh, I don't bother. I sit down.
Well,
and
I'm trying to interrupt you from
Well,
doing
Valeron
that.
does. So she's like, my friend, I am swimming. She kind of takes a swig, sips on her pipe. She kind of seems amused. She's like, so, it's been a while. I've been informed that you guys ran into some Umberhawks on your first task for the mistress.
That's correct. And now we need to know about House Traylon.
Who?
House Traylon, it is a house in Suzerain.
No, I know what it is. I just was shocked. You were able to. She looked at you. You are able to pick up on subtle things like that, my little gnomish friend.
Normally, yes. However, we're in a situation where I'm not in my typical jovial mood.
Well, seems like you guys' success has led to further intrigue. She's really puffing on her pipe. But the pipe, the smell of it, it's really strange. You guys, when you smell it, it's not pipe smoke like pipe tobacco. It looks like pipe tobacco is what she's smoking, but the smell that comes from it is a nice fragrance. She's sitting there with the pipe in her clenches. So tell me. How goes the infiltration? Where are you? What's in
We have a task to accomplish against House Traylon, but we know nothing about them. So we're trying to find more about them.
And it seems like if we are able to complete this task, that we will get further into the faction or group or whatever she is running. Yeah, and her graces. There you go.
Yeah, from what you told me so far, nothing stands out up to the House Traylon thing, which I'll get to you in a second, but nothing you said so far has really been anything, but you guys are working your way up. I understand these things.
I kind of take my finger, I point it at her, I'm going to cast message and say she wants us to eliminate House Traylon. And then I put my finger down.
She replies, I kind of get the gist. Okay, so your next task, House Traylon. All the houses compete with one another. Goods, services, trade, military. Suzelle is known for it. Proverbial house of cards, if you will. The new queen is a little bit no nonsense. Recently, the houses have been very loyal. Most houses are loyal to the queen and to the monarchy, but that doesn't mean they're loyal to each other. There are groups that work together, business, things of that nature. It doesn't surprise me that House Traylon would be thorn in her side. The fact of what she wants done tells me that they are a nuisance more than a hindrance. And I think this is your test to see what you will do to help alleviate this. I mean, House Traylon's a mid-level family, well known, well documented. For the most part, they're very loyal to the crown. I've never met them personally. I know of them. She's like, you know, I wish I had Arclath here, because he knows them very well, in fact, and is good friends with their son. Mikas, M-I-K-A-S. If you do happen to talk to someone from that family, he would be the one to reach out to.
Would it be wise to talk to somebody about House Traylon?
Well, the strange move on her part. It's aggressive. To move on a house.
She said they're interfering in her trade.
Possibly. But she deals mainly with I mean, there's competition for trade goods, but this has to do more with the underground stuff. But House Traylon they don't do underground stuff. They don't need to. They're very well on the coast, trading with all the other coastal cities, Tazir and some other ones like that. They do very well. They're not the most powerful house there by any stretch of the imagination, but they're very well respected and well. It seems to me that you guys are being set up for something. This move on House Traylon doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it seems like too bold of a move for what she was asking for thus far and wanting discretion.
But this is something you guys will have to figure out. I'm just giving you my insight of what I know of Traylon as a house and things of that nature. What you guys decide to do is up to you.
Do you know of any houses in Suzail that are enemies to Traylon?
I would say enemies. I mean, they're competition, but they're not enemies by any stretch of the imaginations. I mean, the Traylons, they keep good ties. Their son, Mikas, is a high-ranking officer in the Purple Dragon Knights. Yeah, he's a good man. His father's a good man, from what Arclath tells me. So, I mean, they've always been very loyal to the crown, and, you know, there's something more here that's not being understood. For her to make a move on the Traylons means, I don't know. They're interfering with what she wants to get done. It'd be my guess. What that is, I have no idea.
Should we accomplish the task of eliminating them, does that put us in bad graces with you and Lord Arclath?
She gives you
As you have mentioned, you are friends with them.
What do you think?
I mean, we are trying to figure out what the mistress is doing, and this may be our only way.
That's something you're going to figure out, but I can tell you, if you assassinate these folks, me and Arclath will hunt you down. And you don't want that. Let alone the entire kingdom if you are found out. If it is proven that it is you, then we could be in a lot of trouble.
In what ways can the House of Traylon affect trade? What is there?
That's something you're going to have to dig in and find out.
Okay.
I don't have that information, I'm sorry.
But that's usually something given by Purple Knights. That's
No.
No.
That's just good old fashioned reconnaissance, digging in. You know,
No,
after
I meant
research.
who gives them permission in order to do anything with trade routes? Is
Trade
it through the
routes
Purple
comes from
Knights
the
that they're given?
trade routes and things of that nature is just their own business they set up. That's houses are allowed to do long as you get permits from the crown and the city and stuff like that. You're allowed to trade with whoever as long as we're a trading partner. But there's no, I don't know the laws when it comes to trade.
Okay.
Usually, they're set up through some kind of intermediary. Make a deal. They trade with one another. Goods from this country for that one. They provide the ships or the, back and forth between one another. I don't know what House Treylon's involved in. You'd have to find that out.
Would Arthur or
Arclath?
Delcat? Yeah, would Arclath be able to assist us in possibly having the Treylons
Fortunately,
moved for a little while, like moved out of town?
Available.
Okay.
For a while.
Right. I was just trying to think if there might be a way for them to be relocated, so it appears that something happened.
That's something you're gonna have to figure out. I don't know.
All right.
This task is on you guys, so for you guys, you must figure out what you are going to do. I've given you all the information I can tell you right now. You're going to have to go to Zazel and assess the situation, find out what's going on, and then make your moves.
Well, if this is something that will help the Harpers, then we will definitely consider it.
Something is definitely afoot. What game the Mistress is playing, I don't know yet. But she hasn't done anything wrong. What's her end game? There's a lot of stuff. We have more questions than we have answers at the moment. So I think my advice, you guys have to make this decision on your own, is to go to Zazel, find out what you can find out, do what you think you need to do. Short of the bad thing we won't mention ever again here, and see where it takes you.
All right. Thank you, Amrun. And I kind of get up, still kind of pensive, and start walking towards the bar in order to get a room.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I am taking a room as soon as possible.
All right.
I am done for the evening.
All right. So you guys all get rooms. Anybody want to hang out?
Pretty
in the bar?
much.
Yeah. So you guys get.
I get the room,
I actually.
but
Yeah, I was wondering.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Who's speaking?
Trim, you can go first because you were starting.
Order a room, and I will. Yeah, I'll kick back at the bar for a while, drink some drinks, buy some chicks some
up
drinks.
there with you. He's
I'll join Grim to acquaint our friendship more, as I only need 4 hours of meditation to recover a night.
Remember that you can't do that. That's once in a while you do have to get sleep. So you only want to do that like when you're out, like if you're on a mission where it calls for it. You getting regular sleep is fine too. So you don't have to do that every night. It's something you can do as an elf. Yeah, it just But once in a while, it's nice to put your head on a bed and actually have a good night's rest.
Well, as I've just joined this party, I feel I should get to know and hang out and socialize.
Well, you're
more.
hanging out with Morgrim and McCarvin. They're at the bar drinking.
Yeah.
So you come up.
Pull up
you can ask.
a chair with him.
He says, "Hey, a new friend, the elf."
Hello.
But
Do you have any good mead?
He looks at the bartender. Mead for my friend here. He says, all right. He's busy running around. He comes up. He says, here you go. He's like, I've got this one. He pays for it. So, my elvish friend, have you come to join the drink with the men?
Nothing's ever stopped me before.
All right, I like that. A toast to drinking with the men. So he toast to you, and you guys pop your mics together and start drinking.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers indeed. What is cheers? You scream for someone? I thought cheering was when you were hollering for someone you like. I think there's a lot we must learn here, Morgan.
I laughed at that one.
Oh, right. I mean, this is your opportunity. This is DM talk. If you want to ask questions, Teals, you can. If you want to interact,
Sure.
you can.
Sure. I'm gonna say, well, in my language it is pronounced Yule, but I don't know who of which speaks Elvish.
I speak Elvish, of course.
But then
And
Yule.
so do I.
See, we both speak Elvish, but let's stick to common. It is much easier. We must practice out of common. It's very good to do this, yes?
Yes.
So, my fine young Elvish, I don't know what you do. You look like you kill animals. I don't know what this means. But, what would you like to talk about? We're hanging out, so we get to know one another. This is good. What would you like to know?
I wouldn't mind knowing a bit more about this establishment and any of your backstory and how you came to meet.
Grim, it's up to you if you want to say anything.
Sure, why not? I mean, my dude's been drinking, and
Yeah, so is McCarver.
even though
He
it's
didn't know too
awkward,
well.
his character is a chick, man. So
Go for it.
I'm not gonna roleplay it. I'm sorry. That's too awkward for me. But I'll talk with him. I'll small
keep
talk
in mind,
with
I
him.
am a wood elf, so I'm only about 4'4", 90 pounds.
You're
Just the
about
right height.
You're about
Sorry.
5 feet tall. You're taller than that. You're like
You're
5.
giving me some height, okay?
What else? I mean, elves in D&D are a little bit taller than that. You mean you can play a shorter elf, but short elves would be a normal human woman size. 5'4", 5'3", something like that. You want to be a little shorter? I can say you're 5'2", but yeah, you're not going to be less taller than a dwarf. I mean, typically elves are 6 feet tall. The women elves are 5 feet 10. I mean, they're very long, lengthy.
Yeah, but
Fey creatures. It's just established. It's just
You're tall.
established as they are. No, just in D&D, that's just how they look like. But if you want to play short, I'll say you're like 5'2", 5'3". You're a little bit shorter for an elf.
yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
I've always just based wood elves as the smallest breed.
No,
of
yeah, you are
elf.
Fey, but there's
Yeah,
so
no worries.
yeah, but small for an elf is still taller than a dwarf. If that makes sense,
Yes.
height wise. So McCarver's like, well, what can I tell you? I am from a Judao. I have come here to find adventure. I am a monk. What more do you want to know?
I suppose time will unravel more stories from the past and the adventures.
Of course, this is the time to celebrate. So, more drinks. So everybody roll a Constitution check.
Oh no.
Did it look like Umrune wanted to be left alone after our conversation?
Yeah, she does. You can tell
Okay.
she's deep in
Wow.
deep in study.
19.
You're holding your liquor well. Tails roll. 9. Tails, you are getting shit-faced. To the point that you guys are drinking, you start getting a little
Now
woozy.
let me tell you about living with wolves.
Oh, this is fascinating. Tell me more of these wolves. So you guys get into
They have to use their mouths for everything. Very invasive.
Oh, tell me about it. So you guys have a conversation and stuff like that. You're really tipsy, but Ricardo's like, I'll get you back to the room. I have an engagement. It makes sense. Let's just get this Woodell to the room, and then I have a private engagement. He winks at you, Grim. So, all right, so that's done.
I
Anybody else
stumble
want to
and
do
roll to
anything?
bed.
Yeah, you're kind of slurvy. You're like, I mean, you've had a few meads, and you're not quite used to it yet. So you're a little tipsy. So he gets you to your room. You kind of collapse on your bed. You don't even bother taking your clothes off. You're just kind of like, bed. Anybody else want to do anything for the night?
Nah.
Okay. So let's say for the time's sake, it's the morning. You guys have made your decision to go to Suzel. You know that it's going to take you, looking on the map, it's going to take you at least 5 days on horses to get to Suzel from Arabelle on the southern
Question
road.
really quick, Ranger.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that they told us about the shipment. What did they tell us about the shipment so we can identify it?
They didn't say it was a shipment they're looking to stop. That they're so it's
They
not
have a
some
cargo or something.
They have, but the main thing is that they are a competitor. They are interfering with their stuff. There's not a specific thing. You asked when their next shipment was coming in. She said this around this time. Again, by boat, you never know, right? Because it's not like a timetable. It's the actual shipment is not the issue. It's that these folks are bulging into their territory for some reason. She doesn't like what they're doing. There's something there. She wants the threat and the thing resolved because they've been bothering them about their trade and stuff. You don't know if that's true or not, but that's the reason that she gave.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you guys wake up in the morning early. It's time for breakfast. You see Till's Celestria, I'm sorry, come down. She's looking a little worse for wear. You got coffee, eggs, bacon, meats are provided. McCarvin's already taken care of the bill. Like, we need to eat up. It's going to be a long trip, yes?
Unfortunately, yes.
So, let us discuss strategy. What is our strategy? Am I saying this right? Strategy?
Mm-hmm.
Strategy? Okay.
Yes. It's too early for Spenling.
I agree.
We have to get there, and we have to do recon.
I agree. But what are we reconning? What are we doing? What is it? Let us come up with a plan of action. We have time. We're sitting, we're eating. Let us strategize. No, forget it. Let's come up with a plan.
We need to figure out what exactly they're doing. Obviously, they're working kind of as patrol, and they're stopping the shipments coming in and inspecting it and somehow interfering in her trade.
I don't think that is the case, my friend.
Well, whatever it is, somehow they're interfering. So we need to find her shipment in a week and trace it.
I agree. I think we need to do a reconnaissance. We need to ask around about these people, find out who's doing what to who, find out the truth, and then take action appropriate for that.
My one
She said
question,
we have a week, don't we?
No, she didn't give you a timeline.
Before
She
the
said the
cargo
next
comes
shipment
in.
is. She didn't give you a timeline to when this needed to be done.
Oh, okay.
You just got a sense sooner or later. Then that there would be dire consequences if you fail.
If possible, maybe we could find out some of the items that House Traylon deals in and look to purchase something. That might be a way to get into their house and find out some things.
We need to get on the road, and any further strategizing, be on the road so we can make sure we don't get there too late.
That's a good idea.
Anybody else?
We've already decided we want to investigate at Suzel. Why not do any further while en route?
I like the plan.
Mm-hmm.
Any other thoughts before we get ready to travel?
Something to give thought. Do we go and talk to Micus? Something to decide before we get there.
I'd recommend we don't drop names while we're there as well, because it might perk suspicion.
Mm-hmm. We must decide how we plan on doing reconnaissance, because we can potentially get inside with our knowledge of Lord Arklath and him being friends with Micus, but I don't know if it's wise to be, if that's the wisest way to get information.
Yeah, that is
Something to
so-
consider along the path.
All right.
Yeah, let's
Good
go.
resource, but puts us in the middle of things.
Let's go grab the cart and let's get ready to rock and roll.
All right. Okay. We're coming to the end of the session, so we'll use this. Is there anything you guys want to purchase for the road? You have your cart. You have the one horse. Is there anything you guys would like to purchase while you're in Arabelle before you get to Suzel? Or for your trip, for your journey?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. What would you like to get?
I mean, I can just write some of the stuff down, but I'll just go to the Twin Emporiums to get it. Mostly just like
Nope.
I'm sure
Role
all of our
playing.
stuff.
That's why we're doing it now. You're going to do shopping
Okay,
now.
okay.
This is what
I
this
thought
is.
you said it was the end of the
We're
ending
getting
the
to it,
stream.
so I'm going to
So.
use this as a part where you guys do your shopping, do anything like that. Anything you guys want to get before you head out.
Okay. Yeah. I want to get a couple blank books, like extra journals, so I can start writing some stuff in. I have that down, and cartographer tools.
Cartographer tools. You should have those already, shouldn't you?
No, I don't have those. I have the
Okay.
scholar that doesn't have. That's one of the things that it's missing. So
Right.
I
So
wanted
you
one.
go to a bookstore for that, right? You walk in, and there's a
Or calligraphy tools. I'm sorry, not cartography.
right.
There
So
you
you kind of go to a general store. They actually have a bookstore here in Arabelle, the Lazy Eye bookstore. So you go there, and as soon as you walk in, you see a ginormous 6 foot tall, looks like she weighs 300 pounds lady wearing these small little spectacles. Her hair is pulled up in a bun. You walk in, she's like, "Oh, hello.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm excellent. How can I help you?"
Oh, I'm just looking for some information on some stuff, and yeah.
Well, we have books and paper and writing things here, my darling, but we don't have. We have more than just stuff. What can I get you?
Well, I did not realize this was a full library. I
It's
thought this might
it's a
be a-
bookstore. We
Well,
make
wonderful. So-
books. We sell books. We have materials for writing books. Is that what you're doing?
Yes, I'm just a little bit excited because many of the
Oh,
towns
excellent,
to thus
excellent.
far
What
had
can I
not
get you?
had them. So I'd like to buy a couple blank books and some calligraphy tools. And if you have any books about the history of Kamir, I would also like to purchase that as well.
It's plenty, and it's a big shop. It's got lots of books in there. You see that it's got a spiral staircase going up. She goes. I've got the perfect one for you. The history of Cornwall. Wait here. So she goes back and she comes back forward and she's like, this one, and it says History of Cormyr on the front of it. But it's a big book. It's about 12 inches in length, very thick. It's like, everything you would want to know about Cormyr is in here, darling. And you needed 2 blank books and ink and everything.
Yes, please.
That'll be 8 gold and 4 silver.
Wonderful, thank you. And I will give her 9 gold, and I say thank you very much. I will be coming back to this area, and I will make sure to stop in again and say hello. My name is Valron.
Well, Valron, it's very nice to meet you. Please come back.
And your name is?
Mandolin.
All right, thank you,
People
Mandel.
call me Mandy.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, anybody else want to do anything?
I think we got pretty much everything we need.
I have pretty much everything on my body right now. I haven't really run out of anything or.
Last call?
How much are
So far-
our third level spells at the Twin Emporium?
I'd have to go look.
Okay, that's what I was figuring.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to probably be between 300 and 500.
Okay, so yeah, I couldn't afford it then. No worries.
Right. All right. That being said, our adventures are ready to go, and that's where we'll pick it up next week. we will start there on our trip to Zazul. And as the plot thickens, our heroes get into deeper and deeper. What to do? What decisions will they make? What will be their actions? We will find out next week. So we'll leave it there. So thanks everybody for hanging out with us for our D&D campaign. Really appreciate it. If you like what you hear, then please subscribe to the channel. Give us a thumbs up. Please also check out our Patreon, which should be linked in the description below, if I'm not mistaken, Finn.
Yeah, it should be now. So if you joined at the beginning, you may need to refresh, but it's in there now.
All right. That being said, thank you all for stopping by. We really appreciate it. So on behalf of myself and everybody here, thank you guys for stopping by. It was a hoot and fun like always. We'll be back here next Sunday at 5. And then as soon as we get off here, guys, if you guys have any questions about your 5th level, we'll go ahead and get into that as well. So everyone have a great rest of your weekend. Really appreciate all you. And we will holler at you later. Peace.